Top of the top. Up Saturday morning. What's up? What's going on, guys? How's it going? Nice day. We up. I've been up early. I'm still getting up. But it's going down today. What's up, y'all? What's up? Good morning, Fatima. Good morning. I see all of y'all. What's up? Shout out to everybody that's going to catch this replay, waking up a little later. Also, I'm going to be doing a VIP kickback today. You know what I'm saying? Might start early. I might do members only. I might be on there all day today. So make sure y'all come check me out on members only. All right, let's go. All right, we up. Got a lot to talk about. It's going down, y'all. Everything I've been talking about on this channel is finally it's about to come to a wrap up on this particular topic. All right, so we're gonna go into some things. Look, I gotta talk so many different ways. The people that been down, y'all know what's up. We about to go back into where it all started from. Everything that was being said, today we're gonna look at how it's all playing out. It's all real. And there's no turning back, and there's no way out. Top of the top, we up. We out in the chat, man. Tell you, sometimes I don't wake up till I see y'all in the chat. I've been up since about 3 o'clock this morning, man. Been up. Told you, I don't sleep. I'll take naps. Thank you for getting that membership. Thank you, Summer. Yeah, I'm going to be on members only all day today for the people that don't get to make the live. I'm going to be on there all day. Yup, chilling. All right, so no weirdos. Look, all I'm just saying is it don't matter. Just don't weirdos. Don't bring your ass, and if you do, just be quiet. All right, that's it. What's up, James? What's up, Miss O'Lara? What's up, Sandra D? What's up, Sandra? What's up? What's up, new mom? It's intro. All right, that's what I say. Well, sometimes I don't turn up till y'all come in the chat. What's up, Nikki 715? What's up? All right. Yeah, because I gotta scan my chat. You know what I'm saying? So like when I go live. If I don't see a lot of people I don't know like that, if I don't see a lot, I'll be looking. That's what I be doing. Then when I start seeing people I'm familiar with, say, I like to wait till the moderators. When I start seeing the more moderators, then I'll be like, okay. Till I see certain moderators, I'll be watching. Yeah, it's a lot of new. Whenever I get new people, that's how I go. A lot of stuff I don't tell y'all. Yeah. They took my channel off punishment, so yeah, it's back off. It's on punishment for a little while, so we been getting new people. So whenever I'm getting new people, I'll be watching. I watch. You know what I'm saying? I do that a lot. Yeah. So I might not do too much till I see a certain amount of moderators come in. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody's under surveillance. That's right. That's what I was talking about yesterday. Also, shout out to Sister T. Sister T always support the channel. When I was talking about yesterday about people buying memberships, I was talking about new people. Like you just new coming in here, you just buying all these memberships. I don't even know who you are like that. So I'm watching I watch everything. This is not your average channel. All right. I'm not none of that. I'm just an internet troll. That's it. I'm talking about a good troll and internet wizard. That's what I do. All right, y'all. Let's go. Y'all waited long enough. Let's go, man. I ain't even get started yet. I probably won't be started for a little minute. All right, it's on now, y'all. It's up. It's official. tdjakes has left the church. He has stepped down. It's official. He tried everything he could to keep that church, but he had to step down. But like I said around here, my people, y'all know what's up. I'm never the one to say I told you. I don't brag, y'all. That's the case I would have been on camera doing a whole bunch of stuff. It's just that when I told people we was in a big ass world that was fake and everybody was in it, everybody was in on it. And I told y'all, in my opinion, everything that went down, it's over. It's exposed, y'all. It was a big virtual prison put on people. When I was not lying. When I only know about tdjakes from my grandmother. I'm talking about years ago. She used to have a book. And I didn't really see her watching him preaching, but I saw his books. And real, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I was able to see how he finessed my grandmother. You get what I'm saying? Because he got all his money from the books. The books what got him rich, y'all. The books what made him a multi-millionaire. It was those books. Because to this day, people didn't look at it and understand that books are like records. Books sell more than records, y'all, especially at this time. Why you think all of them got to hit a good book? They got a star book, a feature book. You know, it's like a movie, a bestseller, because it's them bestseller books that get them the millions, y'all. You're going to see Steve Harvey, you're going to see all of them got their books, because a book sells just like a record, and a book also will sell when you dead. Your kids get that money. So people remember, they always say you want to hire someone when people put in a book. Okay. But also behind that is people that never want you to know you actually get rich off books. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want people to know you get rich off books, because those books go for 20. It depends on the book, but it doesn't matter. They sell. You got rights. You make money off books while you're in your sleep. You collect money every year doing nothing. So that's where he got a lot of his money from. So we're going to look at a lot of stuff. Man, we're going to have a lot of fun today. I'm still waking up, even though I've been up, but you know what I'm saying? I had no clue TD Jakes is also right. I didn't know he wrote a book talking about woman loose. Talking about woman loose, stuff like that. He was critiquing women. Uh-oh. Yeah, y'all. No, we watching the biggest hypocrites. So that, like I said, what up, punchers? See, that's the whole thing with this Diddy thing, right? Like Scarface said, you need people like me. See, we need people like Diddy. Because if it wasn't for Diddy, a lot of these people wouldn't even be exposed, man. If it wasn't for Diddy, TD Jakes would still be able to front and just do what he do. No, y'all, people didn't look. And the thing I'm tripping off of, this been going on for days. When I said there's so much going on for days, I can't keep up with everything. You got this going on, the real. Everything is real right now. I'm talking about, politics. That's the real. All right, this Diddy trial, that's one thing. But y'all, it is so much going on. And I'm talking about you got positive stuff. I didn't know, like I said yesterday, Beyonce was catching hell all week. TD Jakes was catching hell all week. I had no clue since this Diddy trial coming up. Everybody been squirming. Now you also got the proof, y'all. How they been keeping this thing low? We got proof now. The biggest cover up of this whole thing been going on 6 months now is May. But I had no clue 6 months was going to go this quick. But today we about to get into all of it. TD Jakes stepped down. He's out of here. He tried to put a slick move and pass it to his daughter because his name is Dirt. TD Jakes tried to call YouTube up. He tried to talk to YouTube because he was getting slandered from Diddy Party so long. It's been a year now. I proved LeBron been getting slandered for a year. You're going to see his career over with. Oh, yeah, Steph Curry. You know what I told you about him? I told you Steph Curry not making the playoffs. They ain't going to win. They ain't winning no chip. I said he getting sent home. Steph Curry. I said LeBron getting sent home. I said Kevin Durant getting sent home. All right? Thank you very much, Lens. Before basketball season, I said it. They let all their ass getting embarrassed. All right then. I told you what was going to happen. I'm not a genius. Told you Kyrie Irving's going to run. Huh? Kyrie, Dallas on the run. TD Jakes on the run. Why? This guy named Elon run that state now, man. We talked about that. Jerry Jones and them, man. They time over with. All right, we going into it. Look, we going to go into it. All right, we spoke about this yesterday, but what I forgot, y'all know damn well Ashanti stole Nicki Minaj's swag, stole the whole thing. We also caught her trying to steal Christian Rock. Christian Rock started going into the club pregnant, and Shawnee tried to do it too. Anyway, yeah, man, she was stealing Nicki Minaj's whole juice. Let's go. Nah, y'all, real talk. I'm taking my time today. What's up, Dion? What's up, Noah? What's up, Dramatic? All right, real talk. What's up, Mr. Clay? Shout out to everybody on green. All right, everybody that's moderating, everybody that's listening, let's go. All right, boom. Had no clue this was going on. We spoke about this the past 2 days. We know she's very boring, but this is what I did not know. I did not know this woman sung the national anthem. We about to go, we got to go back in time. Today we're going to be going back in time to bring it all the way back up. Everybody that's in tune, you already know everything what's up. But anybody that was asleep, whatever you was doing, today you're going to get it, 2025. I'm going to say it again. Beyonce was singing the national anthem. and she was being roasted for it. Now, it's a lot of things in that. All right. We speak about people having popcorn brain, right? I didn't even talk about that. A lot of people, they don't remember nothing past 2 years ago. Because we going there today. We're going to have some fun, too. Beyonce been roasted for singing the national anthem. Are y'all getting it? I'm reading the chat, too. Well, I'm going to just speed it up for y'all. Around here, I've been putting this whole thing together a long time ago. When I said that nobody at Diddy parties is good, nobody affiliated with Diddy for 30, 20 years is good, nobody is straight, all right? Over 6 months ago, I said they're all compromised. I said that they're only playing a role to make their black fans think they're not in trouble. And I did not want to say race, but I got to go back into it, and I'm sick of it because I already done destroyed this already. But when you ahead and you got to watch people catch up, it's frustrating, and you got to be a repetitive idiot. That's what I've been, y'all, repeating stuff. So you know why? Look, they've been compromised ever since Diddy been in trouble, but they all have been walking around like nothing happened. That's tdjakes. That's Beyonce. That's Jay-Z. That you keep going. That's Joe Budden. That's Cameron. That's Mace. All of them. So I told you one by one they're going to get dealt with because they was already dealt with when they could not get this woman elected. Who couldn't get that woman elected? tdjakes. Who else couldn't get that woman elected? Beyonce. Who else couldn't get that woman elected? Jay-Z. Who else couldn't get that woman elected? I ain't going to keep going. Usher. J-Lo. Then I showed you every name I just said. I showed you every last one of them getting smoked. Got that. We did about what? A 10-part series on each one of them. I swear to God, when I first was into them roasting they ass, it was the funniest time ever, man. I'm gonna keep talking about it, y'all. Because we had our own fun when the world didn't know what was going on, man. I told you, man, you're gonna be ahead around here. They thought there was a regular content channel, man. No, man. You got your other platforms. It ain't about the platform. You're going to get the news you're supposed to get. Then when you come around here, you're going to get the other news that they ain't going to talk about. But it's all good, though. What I'm telling you is this. We've been watching this play-by-play because it was a fake game. But I'm the one that told you. They've been playing charades ever since Jay-Z told Kendrick to put it on Drake. It started from here. That's where it started from. Last year was a fake-ass year. It was a lot of fake years, y'all. Everybody put it on a man from Canada when everybody in America seems to me to be the piece of crap. But it took months to play out for everybody to get it through their head. Since Drake got accused of doing stuff, Joe Budden has been exposed of knocking on doors. Damn near everybody has been exposed for something. Because, y'all, it's been like that. They tried to put it on Canada to trick black fans because black fans did not know that Black Hollywood was already on the run accused. Plus, a lot of people didn't know that Canada was on the whole Hollywood ass. They was on their ass from what? The Epstein list and everything else because really what was being laid down, they was telling Hollywood, don't run your ass to Canada. Like I said, we're not going there. I'm talking to smart people today. It's a reason for this. That's why I keep saying that. When I said it's all political. When I was telling people, don't get mad at me about no politics, man, stuff over with. The party that was in power and the people that was under that party are no longer important no more. All I'm doing is reading the sign, reading the wall, reading the signs, the symbols. I'm just decoding what's in my face. A lot of y'all say y'all smart, but I seen to me, I don't see nothing. So what I'm telling you is this, y'all. It's a reason for this. Beyonce was singing a national anthem. Sounds to me like somebody's compromised, y'all. When I kept saying these people are being accused of being foreigners, aka you're going to see everybody was out the country. Everybody was all this and that. I'm telling you, today everything going to be proven, man. Hopefully you're going to get it. Hopefully you're going to get it. And the whole concept of today's show is you no longer confront no more, y'all. If you know you was born and raised here, you better start acting like it because we all was playing the stupid game. I was brainwashed more than all of y'all stupid ass. All right. So I know. I read different things. I studied different things. I was this. I was that. I was this. I was that. I was everything but what I was supposed to be. And that's why I was a dummy. All right. So after today, 2025, you don't get it through your head. You're going to learn today why Beyonce was singing that national anthem. Because there's only two things we're looking at with her today. Either she was playing a role or this who she always was. What's the role? Today you're going to know the role. What's up, Shirley's? What's the role? Didn't I tell you nobody want to be black no more? So which one is it? Today you're going to know. Was Beyonce playing a fake black role or was she always a black American? Because remember, you got two different things. Sorry to talk about race. You got black people, you got black Americans. It's a difference. All right? So today we're looking at, was Beyonce really with the black people or was she a black American? But I'm the one that said her parents always been somebody, so nobody never knew who this is for real. So we're going to look at one thing a lot of y'all forgot too. They're all actors. But we're going to look at some shit today. Because all I want to know is somebody making them do this stuff? Did they take a plea deal not to go to jail? Let's see. A second wrote, hell nah. All the black people in the crowd need to request a refund immediately. Why they say that? Because of this. Beyonce performs the national anthem at the Cowboy Carter tour. So, tickets being sold, fights taking place. She's singing the national anthem at her own show. Are you getting this? If you ain't getting it, you'll get it soon. What's up, N? What's up, Yasha? That's right, caught the live. What's up? That's why I'm on this Saturday. What's up? I'm trying to see who on point with it. Hey, what's up, Nine? She's singing. I don't think people getting what's going on. Let me speed it up for you, because I'm waking up. You know the one with the pro-black husband? The one with the pro-black husband? Remember the pro-black husband had Kendrick at the Super Bowl? And when Kendrick was performing, some people came out of nowhere and started waving these flags from another country. Yeah. You know that one that walked around with the wicks in his hair? And he was pumping fists and he be talking his talk? Yeah. I could have sworn this was supposed to be a militant couple. But then again, we're gonna see today who got popcorn brain. Today we're gonna see who. Remember, we're going through a lot today. We live on the internet. This is an internet live show. Yes, it is. All right. I don't think y'all getting this. I could have sworn I seen somebody portraying to be pro-black. I could have sworn I seen a movement going on that everybody would act like it disappeared. But today is the wrap-up, y'all. And a lot of y'all, today is your last chance to get it right. Now, what's on your birth certificate? What's on your social? Are you going to still keep playing this game of you from everywhere else? Even though everywhere you think of, nobody wants your ass or even know you? Are you going to still play this game of fantasy? All right. Because Beyonce is showing you she's not with that fantasy stuff no more. Now, the question is, did somebody smack ass out of fantasy land? Or was this who she always was? Was she always Cowboy Carter? Was she always wore cowboy? Was she just letting us know she always was? And was that whole black experience a front? Is Beyonce that girl from the suburb that wanted to hang in the hood? But when things got real, she went back home? Is that what this is? We're going to find out today. But I know one thing. Out of all the news they've been dropping, everything that's been coming out, one thing, I will not get tricked, and I never got thrown off. Because like I said, I don't watch other people, and I never get distracted. And I told you they ass all capping, they all making up stuff. So let's go. Let's go. Because ever since this, like I said, it been up for her. It been up for her. Ever since this, she know was good. Ever since this, you know what she only been doing? They've been trying to deflect. Everybody try to play make-believe like this stuff didn't exist, but everybody in the industry and the whole world knows, but they couldn't say nothing. That's why I said this is one of the biggest pranks being played, but it's only being played on the people that don't know it's a prank. The whole world knows. I watched the whole season of basketball. Everybody had to act like they didn't know LeBron be at
Diddy parties, or, you know, they'd act like that none of this news existed. When I said I think they made her do Netflix because it was not in the deal with Jay-Z. When I said I think they made her do Levi's, I said all my reasons. I ain't going through it again. Ever since this, they've been compromised. Who don't, all right, slowly, who don't understand compromise? They ass been in trouble. They ass been what? Guilty by association. Now you get it when I tell you people been trying to act like stuff never happened. But when I kept showing y'all update, the world has been roasting their ass for 6 months straight now. Facts. So now you see how 6 months done went and you still out here like, you see it ain't no news, there's nothing going on, right? No, y'all. Thank you, Critical. You're seeing how this woman, Jay-Z, LeBron, and others was able to control the media, and now you're going to see they can't no more. They made this woman sing the national anthem, or something happened, because we about to get started right now. We ain't even started yet. Let's go. All right? What they say? All this during 47 administration? So weird and tone deaf. A fourth noted. What's that? Beyonce performs the national anthem at the Cowboy Carter tour. All right. Now we're going to go back in time for those who got popcorn brain, for those who forgot a lot of stuff, and for those who've been delusional. Hopefully you're going to wake up today. All right? Because first I said Beyonce don't want to be black no more, but now I know for a fact she is not with none of that other stuff no more. She's not with nothing foreign. She's not with none of that other stuff. Guess who's in trouble? Guess who's in trouble? Guess who I think really was against the country? Guess who I think really was pro-black? I mean pro-black, yeah. Let's go. Back. Let's go, y'all. The end of an era, part 7. Inside hip-hop's new activist era. As the Black Lives Matter movement reaches a boiling point, artists face a difficult question. How should they respond? This is why I love to go back into all of this, because when I keep telling y'all all this is a closeout, I need people to understand this. I'm never going to be talking about these dead-ass topics again, because all of this stuff, I knew everything that was going on, when it was going down. Nobody couldn't say nothing. I wasn't going live anyway at that time, and I watched all of this fake world play out, and it went on for 15 years, a whole game of charades in this country. So you will see right here, when I said everything they wanted to push, they pushed it through hip-hop. When people get that, they understood that hip-hop was your strings. They are Geppetto, you Pinocchio, and hip-hop was your strings to make you a freaky-ass liar and a loon ball and a person with no soul. That's the key of Pinocchio, no soul, which means Pinocchio was a dummy and an idiot. Because if Pinocchio didn't get his strings pulled, he couldn't do nothing. Same way with these people. If their strings didn't get pulled through hip-hop, they couldn't do nothing. Let's go back into this, how Rolling Stone, a music magazine. All right, Rolling Stone, a music magazine by you know who. Now let's look at the past real quick. Inside hip-hop's new activist era. Stop right there. What the hell is a new activist era? Oh, you mean to tell me that movement started on the internet? Got it. All right then. When I told these idiots, their whole fake world come from, I'm not even trying to disrespect nobody today. When I said their whole world they living in now come from this internet that was started about 2009, 2011. And that's why I say, man, all of this stuff, Ben went through all of this. This me talking about old stuff that's irrelevant, y'all. When I told you everything turned dark, ever since then, everybody been in a fake world and ain't get out of it yet. When you still are gaslighting yourself and still thinking your opinions mean something on the internet, when it was a time that world didn't even exist. So I'm giving you proof how they were manufacturing your whole life on this internet. What is a new activist era? Or was it a trending topic? Was it a trend? Yes, it was. Why? They say them people are faddish people. They are always in fad mode. They follow trends. So you mean to tell me it was a trend to be an activist? and walk around and tear up neighborhoods real quick, and then everybody just disappear after that? Okay, we going somewhere with it. I'm going somewhere with it, y'all. Matter of fact, now I'm about to be professional. I'm not about to laugh and joke, because I'm gonna show you how real this is. And then when I do the recap, I'm gonna laugh and joke. Now check this out. Are you getting it? I'm just looking for smarts in the chat. They say Beyonce was singing a national anthem, y'all. Uh-oh. My opinion, she been trying to get away from Jay-Z. She been trying to get away from Diddy. I got so many things I said already, I just don't feel like saying it. It's times I feel like Beyonce, Tina Knowles, and the rest of them were playing a role around Jay-Z, and I feel like Jay-Z was really the main militant one. I feel like he was the main one against this country. We got proof he was against black boys. We got proof on that. And we got proof. If we had to put Jay-Z with a noose around his neck right now, we would not have no proof he did nothing positive for any youngsters in this country. All right. We also have recent proof he did not help that woman get elected neither. All right. Because that woman had a problem with man votes. So I think he was the real. Let's go. We're not playing today. No, we're not. Did you forget about this? So what's the question today, y'all? Was it a trend? Was it a gimmick? Or was it for real? When I kept telling you your whole life you've been getting pranked like this, this was the modern day version. So which one is it? When I told y'all that people don't want to be black no more, y'all thought I was playing. When I kept saying she ain't trying to be black no more, they thought I was playing and hating. No, I'm not. All right, so let's talk about it. Was this a fad? What was this? What was the movement? What is a new activist era? What is that? A trending topic on the internet? Or was it a plot? We're going to trick them to go back and destroy their own neighborhood, even though we already gave out those small business loans before that, and we knew about a lot of those black businesses starting to flourish around the country. Did they lose their businesses too during that BLM stuff? I don't know. Hey, maybe when they said it was all racist, maybe it was all racist, and maybe it was some racist. And maybe some of them were destroying certain businesses that ain't never come back. Oh, then again, after that, it was a lockdown. I been knew everything was upside down from back then. I was watching it all play out. I knew when they was taking knees, what they was doing, and I knew it was all going to come back to them. What you're watching is the rebound, the replay. You're watching the what? The boomerang of what was started 8 years ago, 7 years ago. I've been giving y'all an update. I'm done. I'm tired of talking about it. Because everybody that know, what's the question? Beyonce performs national anthem at Cowboy Carter tour. So what's the deal? What's the deal? Is it because of this? Did she have to work a deal out so she won't go to jail? Is this her way of getting away from her husband? Is this her showing she was always pledged allegiance to her country and everything about this was a front? Who knows? But I told y'all, this behavior now is outlawed. This behavior now is considered, you know what? Yeah, terroristic. Yeah. I already told you it's a ban on that now. Why? It was called division. It was called division. It was called gang. It was called a fad, a trend. How we know that? Hey, let's be racist. One of the top great music magazines wrote about the article because it's called gaslighting. It's called promotion. It's entertainment. It's a joke. Inside hip-hop's new activist era. As the Black Lives Matter movement reaches a boiling point, artists face difficult questions. How should they respond? Going to Diddy parties because they didn't respond and do nothing. Okay, what did they do? What did they do? So you mean to tell me we just went through a whole era talking? I told y'all already. Martin Luther King era was the realest era. At least they was actually getting punched, beat up, smacked. At least they were getting shot at. No, that was the real era. This all been talking era, y'all. Entertainment. Acting like civil rights people. Acting like it. Meanwhile, they all actors. All of them. No, y'all. They supposed to get this smoke. The question is, was Beyonce being fake? Because around here, I think already proved everything is alleged. Nothing I say is a fact. It's all comedy, unsolved mystery. I proved, in my opinion, that Diddy put Beyonce with Jay-Z from the rip. When we proved that Diddy controlled Jay-Z from 97, but see, he blew up so big and he tricked the whole world that people forgot that. But when I saw the video leak of Diddy doing this to Jay-Z on his ass, I caught it. I said, oh man, he runs Jay-Z. And then it hit me. And then I did more homework. And I said, yo, he was controlling Jay-Z after Biggie and Pop. Then I found the article when he said out his own mouth. He was controlling Jay-Z from 97. Jay-Z didn't get with Beyonce to 2003. Diddy already knew Tina Knowles. Sugeknight already knew Tina Knowles and her husband. Destiny Child was over with. They was falling off. Jay-Z just got eaten. In my opinion, as a business move, Beyonce and Jay-Z was put together. The same exact way Chris Brown and Rihanna was put together. The same exact thing. They've been doing this game. All right? So I got all the clues in this. Diddy been controlling both of them. That's where the 444 come from. Because it was said Diddy controlled both of their ass because he's the one behind both of their career. As far as them going to a certain level, yes. It was also said this is why they was able to get away with certain stuff. But I think when Jay-Z started getting them extra billions, I think he did start getting big-headed. And I think he probably did start to try to turn his back on Diddy. But throughout this trial, throughout this whole thing, in my opinion, Tina Knowles, Beyonce, and all of them, they run his ass. I believe that. I believe Tina Knowles and them been watching his ass the whole time. But I also feel like Beyonce trying to clean her tracks. Let's go. How we know that? National Anthem? No. What was this about? Let me speed it up. I was dumbing down. What is this about? Family. Did y'all forget? Hold on. I'm waiting for somebody to... What's up, Sister T? What's up, sis? All right, y'all, for real. I want to see you smart. What was this? Y'all don't get it, right? All right. Let me speed it up for y'all. Because remember, this is what they doing at a concert right now, right? We spoke about this yesterday, right? Taught them to fight, 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 fight. Y'all forgot? Hold on, let me speed it up for you. You're going to get it good now. Let's go. Y'all forgot? Huh? Wait, let's talk about it again. Let me slow it up. I didn't see it in the chat yet. Uh-oh. Let me find out y'all got popcorn brain. Beyonce singing the national anthem. What was all of this about? I'll wait. I know we just waking up on a Saturday. What's up, y'all? What's up? Shout out to the family, man. Shout out to the family. Y'all know what's up. Was it about a knee? What was the knee about? The knee was about the national anthem, y'all. Y'all forgot it was over the national anthem, which led to what? Taking a knee. Bingo. All right? Even though you got pranked again. Ben got pranked. I've been watching all this play out. How you got pranked? Hey, yo, let me get 25 on pump 3. Yeah. Let me get 93 too. Yeah. Yeah. And matter of fact, let me play my numbers real quick. Yeah. Huh? No. The biggest prank ever when a man grew out his afro and claimed something but that he wasn't. Huh? When I told you they was playing a game to get people to go against the country back then, I knew it back then. This whole plot was to get a movement going on TV of Black Americans in this country disgruntled going against the country. This was used as a promotional tool around the world to show that the blacks here did not appreciate it here. They were disgruntled. They were and this what started what you now call what? New people here. This is when I kept telling you that what? You're not important no more. Because I was reading this stuff from back then. This whole plot was to put together a movement to trick Americans to go against their own flag. Disrespect their own flag. Where the truth is this, y'all. Everything that was done, if you did this in another country, off with your head. Imprisonment, all type of stuff. No. Let's just say he might have been a man from the corner store that tricked you to go against your flag and be proud of it too. Okay, you don't believe that? Well, you're going to see. Ever since then to now, everything has changed. Y'all, it's so much stuff I can't go into. This is how long I've been on it. You're going to see. It's people that got so rebellious, which I wasn't looking at. It was a rebellion going on in this country. And these one people were rebelling on every single level. They were drilling and killing the streets, right? They were drilling and killing. Things were happening everywhere. They were fighting in Walmarts, shooting up McDonald's, right? On the internet all day. slaying each other, exposing each other. All type of stuff was going on all at one time, right? All at one time. Then at the same time, nobody's paying taxes. Nobody want to work. Everybody's thugging and bugging, and everybody's gangster, and everybody's a bad bitch. And it's everybody just on the same shit. Everybody's hooked on every app. So they actually started becoming clowns and degenerates. They started getting brainwashed by the app, and then they started acting out the app, but they forgot about getting money, paying taxes, taking care of their family. They forgot about a lot of shit. Everybody wanted to be a what? Artificial celebrity. I already did part 1 and 2, Trapped in Fantasyland. That's what happened. A lot of y'all still there. Mickey Mouse not coming back out. Where Jay-Z at? Huh? If you so smart, you learned all that shit on the internet, well, you need to tell me where Jay-Z at right now. Can you do that? Or you got to wait on the video to drop on it. Which one is it? I'm going to show you how you ain't as smart as you thought you was. Don't none of us know nothing. As far as I know, Jay-Z could be MIA right now. I don't know where he at. Who knows where he at? What I'm telling you, it ain't cool no more, is it? Because it wasn't real, that's why. Ain't no such thing as no damn billionaire being no revolutionary. Ain't no such thing as no 2.5 billionaire in America talking about he this and that. The question is, were they conspiring against the country? That's the question. That's the question. Like I said, I know what happened. I think they pulled the prank. Let's see how many people actually hate it here. Let's see how many of them really. And on top of that, you know, they actually can crash this economy. If they actually got on this behavior, they can actually crash the economy. So this is what I noticed after this, what the NFL started doing. NFL start networking overseas. When there was a threat saying black people ain't gonna watch NFL no more. NFL, what they do? Well, as of now, they playing in Germany this year. They play in Mexico. They play in London. They're streamed on every app around the world, and they have created new fan bases ever since this. What else happened since this? NFL players, all black NFL players been suffering, getting cut, embarrassed ever since this happened, y'all. For my people that know sports, the black stock in football have dropped. So when y'all kept hearing about, he can't get a contract and they're doing this and that, y'all didn't get it, dummies. I was just looking at all this shit. Saquon Barkley, he can't get this. He ain't getting it. No. I was like, yo, y'all forgot about all that striking and protest. I said, no, what's happening is y'all getting on the back end. So when I kept telling you on this channel, yo, you're not important that more. Yo, these people not important no more. It started from this. It started from a major rebellion that was in the last day. But people didn't know they were being judged. Meaning, then after that, everybody just kept talking on the internet about this country and how much they want to be and all this and the third. So I think they came with a plot and said, yo, them people are cancer. And these people got to get up out of here. Because if this was going to have to happen. It's people that want to come here, sneaking in the country, but we got all these people here keep complaining about being here. So after this, I just kept watching play by play. Guess what happened? You're going to see right after this, a couple years later, lockdown, everything shut down, messed everybody money up. Then what happened after that? New people coming to the country. Uh-oh. What's happening now? Uh-oh, things done change. But I'm telling you, everything ain't changed after this. So if you don't believe me, just think about your life. Ask yourself in life, what was you doing when they was taking these knees? I bet you 9 times out of 10 you was chilling, things was going okay. Things all right. But I'm telling you, after this, some people didn't know this started. I think this was a prank to see if we can prank these people to go against their country. Fool, we're going to send Bin Laden nephew over there. We're going to see if they're going to go for this shit. That's about it. When I be talking crazy, I be trying to trick the algorithm. You feel me? Yeah. Them fools did a Hollywood prank. We're going to send Bin Laden nephew over there. We're going to see if it works. Yeah, and it happened. All right, let's go. Because what? Pro-blackness started to happen 2016. So like I said, you're going to acknowledge it today. Even though I like to talk about this country has a whole lot of history, but people like to pick and choose one history. People like to pick and choose one history. So look, this thing called slavery been over. That shit was 100 years ago. You've been free over 100 years. A lot of y'all been free, but this the kicker. Yes, the Klan terrorized America. That was in the goddamn teens, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. But after the 70s, guess who terrorized America? Guess who became the Black Klan? Bingo. How they terrorized America, many different ways. How many years they did it? The 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010, 2020s. So before 2030, they said, that's enough. That's enough. If they shut down the Klan, you think they're going to shut you down? My point is this. No, everything they did, you did it. Huh? They were rock and roller, you were rock and roller. Huh? They were pro-white, you pro-black. Dummy, backwards. So look, it's a price to pay. The question is, was Beyonce for real or was she setting a trap? Didn't I tell you don't trust no witch? They were magic. I'm going to say Beyonce always was with the American flag because she know better than that. She know how she was raised. This was a front. All right? She wasn't raised like that. No. Guess who was raised like that? Guess who was raised like that? Looks to me like I see somebody that's militant. So when I kept saying this fool Jay-Z was trying to finesse the NFL, and I said Roger Goodell kept him in a contract long enough. And as soon as he kept him in that contract, you just kept seeing all this embarrassment. You keep seeing all this funny stuff. The contract was so they couldn't run. I told you already. The contract was up. They thought they was going to run. Roger Goodell redid another contract with Jay-Z on a handshake. As of now, Jay-Z is bounded by contract by handshake, y'all. They extended his deal so him and his wife couldn't run. This is my opinion. Roger Goodell extended the contract right before December. That's what I'm saying. He extended the contract right around the time of elections. So they had Jay-Z in a chess move. They couldn't say no. Because after this Diddy stuff heated up, they could have left. They could have got low. But around here, we know everything that happened. Guess what happened? Well, the NFL deal got extended. Next thing you know, we see Beyonce doing what? Netflix. But after that, around that time, somebody's neighborhood burnt down. Somebody's neighborhood burnt down. Thank you very much, Pillsbury. Hold up. Colin Kaepernick was used by Nessa. Her handler. Yeah, okay. They used this because okay. Yes. A lot of stuff. It was a lot of stuff, y'all. It was a lot of stuff because they were pushing the narrative. See, if people got when everything turned dark, you're gonna see what happened. When I say everything turned dark, the whole concept of the video, we're gonna run this town tonight. Go watch it again. It was about rioting. The whole concept of we gonna run this town tonight is when Jay-Z started to push the campaign of rebellion. And this is what Rolling Stone is talking about when rebellion became a fad. Huh? But the rebellion was orchestrated through rock and roll, aka rap. That's all it was. So that's why I said y'all black to this day. Y'all fucking dark. A lot of y'all are dark. You're still in this world of darkness. What's that? The world Jay-Z put you in. Huh? When he wanted you to be a dark revolutionary. And a revolutionary means going nowhere. Huh? A revolution means going in a circle. Meanwhile, they don't got no life. They go in circles and mansions. You go in circle in real life. How you know that? Because they're all tricksters. There's no such thing as playing for a professional team, getting multi-millions of dollars, and you're a revolutionary. Just so happen Levi's in the back. Just so happen Beyonce with Levi's. All right? So don't play with me. Like I told you a million times, I ain't a little kid no more, right? Whenever you see these clowns, you always gonna see what? Corporations. That's right. Whenever I see corporation, that's how I know it's a joke. But I never bought this shit, never believed it. Ain't no such thing as no multi-millionaire football player being a revolutionary idiot. And on top of that, I've been to his family member. His mama was white. All right? And that's all right. But it was just always funny to me how mother was white, was the one going hard with pro-black. Then on top of that, he got 30 million after the fact. So I listen to people feeling sorry for Colin Kaepernick. He ain't in the NFL no more. Man, that fool got $30 million. Said, I'm straight, man. I'm healthy. I ain't got my body messed up. I'm straight. I'm good. That's right. You the idiot. How your neighborhood look since then? Hey, y'all, everybody I wasn't with none of that arguing. Everybody that was arguing about taking a knee. How your neighborhood look now? How's your life now? How's your life now? Ask that one question. Then think about how all these stupid ass topics went on for years. Year and a half, 18 months, 20 months, all this stupid shit. I already broke it all down on this channel. I'm not going to talk about none of this stuff no more once it's all dead. What happened? When it was all said and done, they made $50 million off a knee. Colin got 30, Jay-Z got 20. They made $50 million off a movement because I told you it was a movement. I told you it was a movement by Jay-Z conspired to get money. I always said, in my opinion, Jay-Z was behind the whole thing. We're going to rebel against the NFL. Then when they get scared, they're going to lose their viewership. Me, I'm Jay-Z. I'm going to come and get some money off the deal. And I went through the whole thing. Diddy wasn't with this. I said, in my opinion, this was also part of Jay-Z ending the Colin Kaepernick because in reality, this was a low-key Bin Laden move. It was a trick to make people go against the country and disrespect their country. See, people can't always try to make it like it's about a man, but that man ain't the country, dummy. You went for that with the internet. You started praising men. You praise men. You use praising men and people so long, you still praising everybody. You forget it's a country, dummy, but they the ones that tricked you, make you think it was about a man. No, they tricked you to go against your flag, idiot. Same thing with the White House. I said the other day. They tricked Jalen Hurts. No, Jalen Hurts. When you see, and you're going to see they only get a particular people to do it. They've been showing y'all it's rebellious. That's why as y'all dying, nobody cares no more. Because you're not getting it. When Jalen Hurts said he don't want to go to the White House, you're disrespecting the White House and the flag in your country, the work you put in. A lot of y'all got people in your family that died in the military, put in work before you was even born. When you diss the flag, you dissing them. You making this about a man. Like I kept telling you. You go to this college, the man in the office got your degree, but you don't like him, so you ain't gonna go get your degree. You stupid like that. No, they kept playing these pranks on you to see how dumb they are, how childish they are. Because they always caught up in who they like and who they don't like. They actually still was basing their life on who they like and who they don't like. So we know how to push their button. We know how to make them like people. We know how to make them don't like people. Because they don't even want to think like that. No. Even though it was an internet out, fact check, you have no proof this man was born and raised in no neighborhood, nowhere. You have no proof at all. But he gaslit something, dipped off of $30 million. DJ Khaled act like he was with rap. He dipped off $1 million there. First Montana made a lot of money. He dipped off. When I kept telling y'all it was a foreign takeover, and I said y'all was getting influenced and gaslit by so many, he's another one. I'm not gonna keep going to this. I'm only speaking about this because I'm killing it all. They all dark. Can you feel when I go into this how it was a dark time? Can you see it was a dark time, y'all? They always wanted you depressed, stress, depressed. You got family, kids, you got a life. You worried about dummies that already got money, talking about this, that, and the third. Knowing, guess what? Ain't none of them gonna go on the street and do nothing. Them days, I'm saying that for y'all that still believe in this stuff. Huh? When you don't understand, when I kept telling you that all this was taught out of books. Huh? Anybody can learn this out of book. Same thing Colin Kaepernick did. Anybody can do that. All they got to do is join certain organizations, go to certain schools. You're going to learn the whole program. That's right. It's a program out of book, y'all. Manufactured by the you-know-who. All right? So hopefully you're going to grow up out of it. Trolling your ass. Pro-Black African hair, white man corporation, Levi's in the back, and San Francisco 49ers. That's right. Because they know one thing. When it comes to money, they're ignorant. They don't know nothing. They don't know about corporation. Who's corporation? Illuminati. Why? No faces. That's why. Huh? You never tricked me. Been a grown man. All right? No. It was people. All y'all got behind Bin Laden nephew. I'm going to just say it. Let's go. All right? What you see now? All we want to know, was she gaslighting it? Was she really with it or was she fronting? Because everybody want to know why she's singing the national anthem now. Why? Because all of this was about the national anthem. That's why. It was about disrespecting the flag. Your grandmother and them grandfather bust their ass. Right here, buried right in this country, buried right in this dirt. Y'all went against y'all family. Y'all went against your people that made it so your ass can be here with your miserable ass. Following an idiot that ain't even from here. Yeah, that's what y'all do. Y'all follow anybody. So I think back then that shit been up, man. And then I look at all the stuff people was talking for years and years and years. They just wouldn't stop. That's why their whole shit got burnt down, y'all. That's right. Where Jay-Z at now? His house got burnt down. That $200 million mansion they burnt got scorched. The question is, why did the white celebrities tell us and the black ones still didn't tell us nothing? We're going to look at it today. Let me speed it up for y'all, give y'all this proof. Because I got a lot to talk about today. Let me speed it up. The Lakers coach. Lakers got sent home. LeBron only won one. He took a lot of losses. Check this out. Lakers coach J.J. Redick says he wept and wailed after seeing his home burned in Los Angeles wildfires. Everything we own that was of any importance to us, almost 20 years together as a couple and 10 years of parenting, was in that house, Redick says, because J.J. Redick's house got burnt to the ground, just like LeBron's did, just like Jay-Z's did, just like a lot of people did, but they're not going to say that. Even though all the mansions burnt down, somehow that man, Sean Combs' mansion, is still in the perimeter area, untouched. All right? So everything I'm talking about today is a wrap-up. We went through this whole saga already. It was a beautiful saga. It was fun because it was in real time, and we watching it all play out. I think he's the one that's the terrorist. I think he's the one that's been conspired against. I already said it, proved it in my opinion, and I'll tell you one thing. When the last time you seen Jay-Z? His name get mentioned in one thing. Who reacted the most? You done seen Drewski, Odell Beckham, tdjakes. You done seen everybody get accused, but you see nobody act like him when they got accused, did you? It's a reason for that, y'all. What's up, Black? No, after today, after this Diddy stuff, I promise you this stuff over with. I will never be talking about this again, but it will be part of the biggest catalog documentaries ever created. Yes, and I will always go back and laugh at this stuff. Part of it, my laugh I get, people did not believe it. So, remember this? So the question I'm asking y'all, when I kept telling you Fantasyland, there's no such thing as none of this. Huh? You still feel the militant. You still act like you're gonna do something. Or when I said in the world now you gotta put up a shut up, well, guess what? It's also set up now where if you actually want to leave this country, you're free to leave whenever you want. Why? Because the people overseas, they're free to come here whenever they want. That's what a new world order is. It's one world. So you're not on lockdown. You could have went right over there. That's the world we're in now. Because if you're still here and you're still talking about that, you're going to see what's going to happen to you. That stuff outlawed. Matter of fact, let me show you what happened to Beyonce. All right? All that stuff went out the window, y'all. Yeah, all that stuff went out the window. All right? Now, what they say, it was an era. It was a new activist era. What the hell is a new activist era? So you mean to tell me these people about to have a revolution about some things, but the people in Hollywood know about it and they're going to write an article on it. It's a Black Power movement, but white man going to cover it in articles before it happened. Revolution, standing up. See that? And I tell you, everybody got pranked, man. I'm not even going to play with you. No. Beyonce performs the national anthem. All right, now you're going to see what it is, what I already been telling y'all. All right? Don't nobody want to be what no more. All right? All right? You see the difference? Now, which one is it, y'all? That's all we want to know. Which one is it? Is it this or is it this? Meaning, was she doing this too much? And this is her ass compromise? Meaning, if you don't want to go to jail, if you don't want no tapes to leak on you, you better let us know what we need to know, and let us know everything about your husband. But before this thing takes off, we're going to need you to do some things. I know what this means. This means I'm not with that Black Power stuff no more. Just like I'm the one that told them from the rip, y'all. They didn't believe me. When I first told them a year and a half ago, what I say? Beyonce ain't with that black stuff no more. She do not want to be black no more. I've been proving it to them every level. Now this right here, the highest level. I'm not with that foreign stuff. Beyonce know what's up. She know what they're saying about California and Hollywood. The question is, was this a front or is this who she was? Now we know it was a money-making gimmick, but what the people didn't know is they was gaslighting them from who gonna run this town tonight. Go watch the video. Go see the album cover. Jay-Z, we gonna run this town. It was about rioting. Actually, if you watch the video, it's actually George Floyd before it happened. Yes, it is. So you're going to see this whole, it's like when it was time to advance in the world, when the internet came out, I've been watching them do this for years. I'm going to prove it to y'all. When the internet came out and you had the right to be free, merchandise with any company around the world, because y'all would never told that the whole science of the World Wide Web was actually, guys, you never had to open up a store. Any store y'all ever wanted to open up, y'all finally had a chance to open it up online. Also, what y'all never knew about the internet was y'all always had direct access to overseas where y'all could have got any merchandise made you ever wanted to make. But the whole purpose of this thing was, after 2010s, we wanted y'all to all stay wrapped up in trending topics. We wanted all of y'all to stay slaying each other, because we knew it would be a time where things were going to change and it'll be time for y'all to go. And that's what happened. So you're going to see everybody got rich since 2010, but since 2010 and up to now, all particular people been doing this internet is all negative. But they had no clue. They could have been started their businesses, all of that. Yep. So that's why everything is shut down now. Yep. So now you're never going to get it. Also, what? You were stirred to be in a world of topics. Broke it all down already when everything turned dark. What was the first thing got them all wrapped up, y'all? Trayvon Martin. Trayvon Martin. When I said back then, you know what I said back then? This is what oh, well, man. I'm not going to this dark time because it's corny, y'all. But guess what? Back then I said, man, they getting slayed in the neighborhood every day, 24/7. And they want me to focus on this one particular guy. All right? And they stretched their case out for so long. And they always had something to stretch out. And they always had something to get you mad. And that's why everybody go to Beyonce concerts, be fighting, because they all mad. They all bitter. All right? Taught them everything opposite of what? This country. What's this country about? Family. What she say? To the left. Kick that man out. What? Huh? No. Be pro-black. Rebellious. Even though none of them were raised like that in their family, just like me when I was like that, it came fresh out of a book or some paper. That's right. Everything I trolled them about was I already did. Difference is I did that as a teenager. All right? Ben did that already. No. Everything they know come out of a book. If they admit to themselves, it don't come out their household. Everything from their household is what? American. Black American. No. They love to follow them people that make their sandwiches. They love to follow the people that they get their gas from. They love to bow down to all of the people that run hotels and everybody else. But somehow, they always go against their own house, which means they always go against their what? Country. Seems to me like somebody is the biggest of you know what. All right? Hopefully, you're going to get off the shit now, because you kept getting pranked. Now you're going to see who getting pranked now. Is Beyonce getting pranked? Looked to me like an all-American. She turning to Dolly Parton for real. No, they trolling her ass. Yeah, talk that black stuff now. Yeah, Beyonce, where's all the black power stuff? You said, what about who? You sent 47 to cease and desist just in August, right? Okay. Well, tell her I need to see her with an American flag. Because what y'all keep forgetting? Who do you think have the 250 videos? Let me upgrade the extra buttery popcorn brains. Huh? Who do you think have the 250 video cameras? Come on, y'all. Holler at me. You know I got to go back 6 months ago. We spoke about this already. Huh? Who do you think got the cameras? Beyonce. You know, we got the cameras. Remember you sent that cease and desist? Remember you guys were running around. Yeah, Kanye told me about y'all too. Kanye told me about y'all. Yeah, told me everything about y'all. So we're gonna work something out. Remember you guys with that movement to go against me? Remember? You guys had people taking the knee against the national anthem. So what you gonna do? You gonna fix it? All right then. You're going to see the national anthem now. But that's her way of showing I ain't with him no more. I'm not with him no more. Hell no. Hell no. She ain't with him no more. This is also Beyonce getting herself cleaned up, y'all. Salute Mike Fitz. Also salute Mike Flame on the replay. Oh, what up, Mike Flame? Salute for yesterday, bro. I ain't see you yesterday. What's up, Big Dre? Word. What's up, Daria? So look, yeah, y'all. That's the real one against the country right there, y'all. We got proof. He lied to New York. Yup. When you see that whole downtown thing, that's because of him, y'all. For real. He sold out Brooklyn. Everything he did was anti against the people, y'all. Everything he did was anti against the people. But y'all understand that y'all were raised in a rebellious behavior. All right, you were raised to be everything anti. So your whole life, everything go against you. Meanwhile, everybody else win, no matter what. And you just keep stay there and you stay there. That's all you do, man. You just stay there talking the same shit. Meanwhile, it come out of books. So they were gaslighting. But now, remember I told you, the black experience happened already. When a man came in and said change, it was a change. And everybody changed. And everybody was playing a role. And everybody was getting paid. But now it's over. Now they embarrassed. And we're going to be talking about TD Jakes. He done left the church. No, it's over. See that? It ain't cool to be black no more, y'all. Are you getting it? No more red, black, and green. Just red, whites, and blue. See that? Now, the question is, who was getting played? Who was getting played? Who was still stuck in a mind of gaslighting and arguing over politics? No, she's showing her union with the country. She got on all colors. But around here, we know what that's about. We know what it's all about. Beyonce is not going to trick us. It's called when your ass in trouble. That's what it's called. It's called when your husband been accused of going to Diddy parties and going in rooms. When I know that was just a left hook, I know they got the right hook in them other cameras because what? That man been around for 25 years plus. That was just a jab from 2000. That's right. But then again, shit so happened. What if Beyonce and her mother down with Busby? I think somehow Beyonce been trying to work a deal to get away from. I keep thinking that, y'all, because nobody can tell me where Jay-Z at when the last time you saw his ass. When the last time y'all saw him? Plus, I get the joke on this. See, you know what's funny? I know it's funny because I know their house got burnt down. What I kept saying, they understood these rich people, Hollywood. What I say, they got too rebellious. They got so rebellious, they became what? Terrorists. Then these celebrities taught you to be what? Terrorists. That's why you've been on the internet all day. Divide and conquer. Divide and conquer. See, that's y'all. But meanwhile, that's your life now. Because when you put some people in a childlike state, if you don't tell them how to grow up, they're going to stay stuck in that state. So that's why a lot of y'all are still, you still think it's this era when I kept saying, yo, y'all, that day's over with. Thought I was playing? No, let Beyonce show y'all. If you call yourself Beyonce fan, you call yourself so smart, well, learn from Beyonce. She's telling you, those days over with, y'all. I don't want no parts of that shit. I do not want to get booted out the country. I do not want to get put in this Diddy stuff. They're going to spare my ass if I do this. All right? Do what? All right, let's look. No, it was a rebellious spirit that was unleashed on the earth. It was a dark spirit. It was everything demonic. It was everything anti. It was released. It's right. And guess what? It was all by choice. And like I said before, people had no clue their faith and all their choices being tested. Their life is being tested. Because you're going to see, ever since this test, when they try to trick people to go against the country, you're going to see everything got bad for these people since then. Everything got bad. From 2017 and now, yup. I'm talking about to the NFL players can't even get no real money no more, y'all. They treat the NFL players like second-class citizens, and since then, I have seen them draft so many people out of this country, it's not even funny. You know what I'm saying? That's right. I don't even care if they get people from Hawaii, wherever they got to go. They making sure they get everybody opposite of those neighborhoods. So look, Beyonce, Jay-Z, Snoop Dogg, and others have pledged their solidarity to the black movement. See that? Even though to this day, what have we proved already? I have already proved that what? Snoop Dogg was never really with Jay-Z. He was spying on Jay-Z. I already proved already what? Diddy wasn't with Jay-Z. He controlled Jay-Z. That's what he did. That's Jay-Z being fake when Diddy slid up on his ass that day. Y'all also got to remember when Diddy wasn't popular, none of them wanted to be around him no more. You would see Fat Joe scared. You could see Fat Joe and Jay-Z were being fake. I think they all did turn their back on Diddy at one point, y'all. That's why you're going to see. Remember, he was just with Young Miami a lot. Remember, he had to pop out on Fabulous like they wasn't rocking with him. So I'm telling you, he's going to fix all their ass. But his wife would not be doing this. if it wasn't for their affiliations. But this is her trying to work off her debt. Beyonce with Levi's, Colin Kaepernick. See the Levi's? All right. So, see, Snoop Dogg was gaslighting it. That's why years ago I've been told you Snoop Dogg really was cool. They were playing roles. They all cool with this man, tricking people to go against this man, tricking people to go against the country. It was a big test and a plot. We need an excuse to get their ass out of here. If we can get this on camera of them officially going against themselves and officially going against the land they stand on, that's our excuse to bring people in here and they can't say nothing. We're going to show this around the world 1,000 times, and we're going to inspire other people to come here that's happy. Then we seen after 2021, we seen thousands of people walking here on foot. That's why I told you. I laugh and joke about them. Just like I'm going to tell you something else. This something I always knew. This whole campaign, the wall, the borders, the wall. They building the wall. Mind you, I got none but politic people in my family, y'all. I'm the oddball. I knew back then they're going to build a wall because I saw them building it. One thing you better learn about these people, man, if y'all don't get this through your head, whatever they say they're going to do, they're going to do it. You know what I'm saying? You see that wall got built, right? Now check this out. Not only did the wall get built, guess what? Somehow since then, your ass been getting replaced. Somehow somebody was screaming about a wall, but somehow I seen people walking through the wall legit. All right, and I seen millions come. And I seen them getting all buses at Port Authority, and I seen them staying at $500 a day hotels. The other day, I made a mistake and say $500 a month. No, New York City, they was getting $500 a day hotels. After what? After this. Because after they was doing this, and after they listened to him, giving y'all nothing. Still gave y'all stimulus money, though. But at the end of the day, we replacing y'all ass. Why? Y'all always saying y'all scared. Y'all want to be here no more, right? All right, then. Y'all kept joking, talking about somebody going to ship y'all ass off, right? All right. Y'all already put in y'all mind y'all going to be gangsters, thugs, and terrorists, right? All right. Y'all already put in y'all mind y'all ain't working, right? Okay. You already said you ain't paying no taxes, right? Okay, well, how the country going to make it? No, everything you're doing is anti. You didn't understand about financial terrorism. You didn't understand that countries get collapsed financially. So it was a warfare game played where people were trying to get you to destroy your own spot. And then after this, you did what? You just kept dealing foreign. So that's why I joked on the Timu and all of that. I just kept going. You're going to see everything with foreign. To this day, they only want foreign woman. They don't want nothing American, nothing. All right? Because everybody got foreign. And it's okay to like foreign stuff, but you're not foreign. Foreign people like American stuff, but they know who they are. That's the difference. Everybody else does stuff as a hobby. You the only one do stuff, get brainwashed. That's it. Super brainwashed. Super followers in 2025. So now you see this shit was a hoax. We been knew that. The woman with the money been dipped off $6 million mansion. And we also know Black Lives Matter also means rainbow, because the real Black Lives Matter is the rainbow movement. It's all of them. Why you think you kept seeing all races? You seen all races for a reason, but you thought it was just, no. Leave it alone. This stuff is so old and disgusting. I'm sick of it. About to move on from this stuff, y'all. I'm just burying the hatchet to show you it was all fake. What's that say? Beyonce, Jay-Z, Snoop Dogg, and others have pledged their solidarity to the make-believe Black Lives movement. All right, knock it off. All right, the Snoop Dogg today, 2025, years later. This Snoop Dogg today. See? Back then, I've been knew it was BS. Back then, I've been knew. Y'all knew too. Y'all knew all of them was cool with that man before that. But you gotta remember, the only reason why to this day you still hate that man was tricked to hate that man because of that man's number one enemy. Y'all only, and that's another reason why y'all delusional. You only didn't like him because of 44, and that's cool. But what you don't get is they don't have beef no more. That's the part y'all don't get. And that was a charade. That's what you didn't get. The whole campaign was pick one. You don't understand that 44 and 47, they were just like rappers. And you picked your favorite rapper and they had a rap beef. That's it. But you didn't get it. Because you didn't get something. One thing that happened out of all terms, nothing came in your favor anyway. We got proof. You don't believe it? Okay. What has been in certain people's favor since this happened? But I can show you other people's favors in. Or we saw an article of migrants came in the country and bought a house after 2 years in Chicago. I saw that already. So, I mean, like I said, we grown now. The thing is, all this getting buried. Because everybody want to know, why was Beyonce singing the national anthem? They say that them people should ask for their money back. A second wrote, hell nah. All the black people in the crowd need to request a refund immediately. Because they pissed. Who cares? Snoop Dogg addresses uproar over 47 support. I'm still a black man. I ain't going nowhere. Rapper told his followers. No, Snoop Dogg, when you gonna tell the truth? You always was down. Cause when you became a celebrity, you and Suge, y'all know what party y'all was under. Y'all know what's up. All right? Because I know who was in power when the gangster rap program came in. Period. So I know what's up. So let's go. All right? To show you, they were playing roles, y'all. But like I always said, which y'all never get, Diddy is somebody in this industry game. That's why he was favored to run it. This is what y'all don't get. Beyonce family is somebody in this game. Snoop Dogg family is somebody. That's what y'all don't get. What I'm really telling y'all is, Diddy always been loyal to the flag. Snoop Dogg always been loyal to the flag. I think Beyonce has been too. Only person that I know has not is him. Born in the projects, his mother's a nobody. He was raised against his country. Meaning, you know what I'm saying? If he didn't change his ways of growing up, yeah. Beyonce was raised pro-black. That's why you'll see Diddy had nothing to do with it. When I said, with the part y'all don't get is, that whole black excellence became a low-key Bin Laden organization. That's what I kept telling y'all. It was too much rebellion and they got money. But I really think this guy with the dreads, I really think he was on some type of rebellious behavior backed by money. There's some stuff going on, man. If anything, I think when they got to this point right here, they might have been spying on each other. We might be looking at two agents double-crossing each other. We might be looking at two double crosses crossing each other. Because you'll see it before, like around this time and all this happened, y'all, it's like they was trying to get away from each other. Let's go. Now, you're going to see what I've been telling y'all. This all payback. But it's not just based on that. Everybody want to know why she's singing the national anthem. I'm going to say her ass on punishment. I'm going to say her ass is trying to save her image, her career, and she's trying to separate herself from her husband. Because I feel like this is not normal. But I told y'all, they ass got sold out already. So now I got to go to that chamber when I already told y'all they ass got sold out. The ass got sold out because if you pay attention, I'm going to say it again. They were so busy trying to be kings and queens for so long. They had nothing to do with their campaign. They did not help them. They did not assist them. They did not even want to show their face. When these two were getting embarrassed, no celebrity wanted to show their face with them. So that's why before they left, my favorite slogan we laughed at, they say, bitch, you're going to get your ass on the stage. And that's what's going to happen. All of y'all. And you guys are going to get embarrassed. And that's what happened. And I already went through this whole thing. They turned Beyonce back into a little girl because y'all forgot that they cut the check. When I saw people saying Beyonce charged them, I knew y'all was okay. This was for y'all too. Anybody that thought that they got to pay Beyonce, this is for all of y'all. Because it had to be proven that you were in a fake world because they gave these people the power to portray kings and queens. Because that was to control you and that was to control the movement. Meanwhile, when they ducked this campaign, they got their ass back in the end. How we know that? Because we saw when they embarrassed this woman by cutting the teleprompter off while she was reading and she was standing there like an idiot because they had trolled their ass, right? They didn't want to come. They wanted to reap the benefits of 44, his whole career. They wanted to reap the benefits of 44, their whole career. They came out for you know who. They've been lost battles. But my point is, they wanted to still strut around like king and queen. So I think Joe and them said, if you bastards think you're going to still be king and queen while this man in office, if you think you guys are going to still benefit off y'all businesses and y'all going to do this, that, and the third, no, you're going to get your ass on this stage and you're going to let the world know who pays you and you're going to let the world know who y'all really support. And I already proved that this is when they turn into a little girl. And I also proved that this is on purpose. They did the same thing to Cardi B. But what I also proved is after this, weeks later, their neighborhood burnt down. And after this, her ass was doing Netflix when it was never in the original deal. So when I said they're only getting this behavior because their people turned on them, that's what I'm sticking to. Because when they were protected, this didn't happen. So being that they were doing all of this, they forgot about the red, the white, and the blue. See? The red, the white, and the blue. That's all of them. See that? Put them together. You got the red, the white, and the blue. You guys, you were trying to be on this other stuff. You really thought y'all were going to live in Malibu and be king and queen over the blacks, huh? But now we're going to show the blacks how much power you really got. We're going to embarrass your ass. Then we're going to burn all your homes down. Something like that by mistake. The wind did it. My bad. Yeah. Yeah. So like I said, entertainers started to think they were bigger than the government. Why? They started disrespecting the government. They forgot when you're disrespecting the president, you're actually disrespecting the government because they forgot how to respect government titles. So therefore, now they have no titles. All titles have been revoked. They asked all out of Hollywood. That's it. Except for the ones that's good. I'll make it clear for you. Anybody under them, their ass ain't good no more. That's why her ass on punishment. All right? You forgot. Let me bring it back for y'all again. When they went in Diddy's house, when Homeland went in Diddy's house, they were in the office. What does that mean? They got the cameras. When you talk about Diddy list, Epstein list, they got all the information. They got it. Y'all forget that happened to Diddy on their watch. They got all the info. But how I assume in my world of unsolved mysteries, what I assume is when this man left office, he gave it to 47. Here you go, 47. Here's the tapes. Here's the videos. Here's all the lists. Here you go. Get their asses. We're done with them. These bastards couldn't get us elected anyway. You know, they didn't want to be around me my whole term. You know, I know they thought I was dumb. No, I wasn't dumb. I was just playing a role. Joe just did an interview the other day too. Yeah. They thought I was dumb because they didn't want to be with me no more. You know, they didn't like me like they did Obama. See, they were my friend when I was the vice president. But when I was the president, they didn't want no parts of me. And it's a shame how they did their own people. It's a shame how they did Kamala. It's a shame how they didn't want nothing to do with her. So we actually thought we were going to get the support like they did when Barry was in office, but they didn't do that. So to fix their asses, we're going to give these videos to Trump, and we're going to watch all their ass get embarrassed for 6 months straight. And that's what the hell they did. I got it very clear, and I had fun watching it. And that's what they did. That's why you're going to see, since they wiped their hands of them, you've been seeing embarrassment. What happened? He got accused of going in the room. What else happened? They don't got no neighborhood. Tina Little Bungalow burnt too. Yup. Who else burnt? LeBron James home burnt. Where's the proof? LeBron James coach JJ Redick. Lakers coach JJ Redick says he wept and wailed he wept and wailed. He cried after seeing his home burnt in Los Angeles fire. Right? A lot of people let it be known. Paris Hilton let it be known. Tom Hanks let it be known his home burnt. We can keep going. They didn't want you to know their home got burnt because in their mind it's a palace, and you don't let people know when your palace got burnt down. But it did happen. Yes, it did. I'm the one been telling you, your kings and queens been on a run. They've been dethroned because you didn't get one part. They started to take losses weeks after this. Weeks after this, This is when they started to catch hell, because after this, it was fair game. I'm going to always bring you up to date. Bring you up to date. Let me show you something, everybody that's slow. Remember, everybody was against the man with the blue tie. Let me refresh your popcorn brain with some butter. All right? Everybody was against that man with the blue tie. Let me refresh your brain again with that butter. All right? Everybody was against that man with the blue tie. All right? But this is when I tell y'all, y'all all got pranked and y'all got tricked to go against your own country. That's why I told you. After this happened, this meant y'all all got sold out, and that meant y'all ass was finished. And then you're going to see all of this weird stuff happening because they ass got sold out. And I already told you that. Why? They thought they were bigger than politicians. That's why. They kept running their mouth on the internet. But they forgot this politician is actually family with these politicians. That's what they keep forgetting. They keep forgetting. They civilians and puppets, and their job is to control their fans. But when they start speaking too much, you're going to see that's when homes get burnt down. And that's when people got nowhere to go. Yeah. So when I told you ever since then, all they've been doing is trying to trick their fans to make you think they're good. But when they made her ass come out dressed up as a flag, her fans started to say, hey, what the hell going on? Why? They were the main ones talking that pro-black stuff. They were the main ones against the flag. See Snoop Dogg? No, it was called a gimmick. Inside hip-hop's new activist era. No, inside black new brainwashing activist era. No, new trending topic to gaslight blacks and brainwash they ass to be destructive instead of getting money in a fake-ass activist era. All right? That's about it. That's about it. All right? I knew the activist era was fake when I was a young boy seeing Al Sharpton. I've been through that. I've been through a long time ago. There was no such thing as an activist throwing a punch. I knew there was no such thing as them busting a shot. I knew there was no such thing as that when I was a teenager. Yep. Even though I had to watch the charade play out, even though that man with that big ass nose looked like he in front of his country anyway. So when I tell you people got gaslit to be against their country, to be anti-Bin Laden, that's what happened. Go Google the album cover, watch the video. We gonna run this town tonight. It was about riot, rebellion, and over flipping the country. That's what it was about. Let's go. Because everybody knows, y'all, all this during this administration, so weird and tone deaf. A fourth noted. No, it ain't just because of the administration. It's because in this administration is called payback for all the stuff they've been doing. And like I said, all the stuff they did dirty, they did it to one people only. They was not diverse. Their doing dirt portfolio was not diverse. All right? They got them devilish ways was not diverse. They only did it to one people. Their money only came from one people. They only helped destroy one people. Now they're getting destroyed. All right? That's right. So now you see why Bad News fights at the concert, because they was taught to fight. Fight, fight, fight. All my life I had to struggle and fight. My whole life I had to struggle and fight. I had to struggle and fight. Meanwhile, they've been supporting the same people. The same people. All right, hopefully y'all get it, all right? Everything was a movie. It was a charade. But what you got to understand, family, everybody knows. Everybody knows play by play by play by play. Why you think Joan Rivers said what she said? Everybody been trying to tell them people, guys, this what made you go against the flag? So all it took was him. That's it. So before him, you could have did it on your own. So you mean to tell me it took him to do it? Huh? I want to say something so bad, but I ain't going to say it. No, y'all. When I said it was a lot of people perpetrating fraud, here's the proof. All right? So no, y'all. This is when they knew you was delusional, when you didn't even know what you was looking at. You going to tell me you can't look at this man's face and nose and know you don't get nothing. Do I gotta actually put the pictures of his family? Do I gotta get Bin Laden on him? Or do I gotta put the pictures around him? Y'all got pranked, y'all. Y'all got pranked. When I said anybody could be that, here's the proof. All right. So we're gonna leave that alone. But what I'm telling you is he got 30 million, he got 20 million. The difference is we don't know what's gonna happen to this guy right here yet. But we do see his wife getting away from his ass. She cleaned her ways up, y'all. You also see what? Snoop Dogg was a snake. Beyonce, Jay-Z, and Snoop Dogg. So you see what happened. It says what? They pledged their solidarity to the black movement. It was all in with the blacks. But you got your proof what? They were lying. Because now they approved they have pledged their allegiance to what? Bingo. The country. The country. So y'all got to understand that. That flag means the country. That man represents the country. Meaning the presidential seat represents the country, no matter who in it. It's not about a person. It's about when you on the world stage and the world looking at you. And the whole world is looking at you. And they see you going against your own. The same country you brag about, you helped build and all this, that, and the third, you threw it out the window when you did this. Any leg you had to stand on got thrown out the window. That's why you had to take a knee. After you took a knee, you had no more leg to stand on. And then you will see after this, somehow everything got dark and then everything got embarrassing. And this is when I started to tell you, black entertainment, rest in peace. Because once this man 44 said it was over for all they ass, it's over for the ass. When you can comprehend this man used all of them as puppets, mascots to get your mind. When he's done with them, when he's done, wash the hands, wash the face, say prayers. Them days behind him now. He's not with none of that stuff no more. All right? But you guys still are, because you're in a world where you can't get out. So if nobody tell you how to get out, you don't know how to get out. But I'm going to show you Beyonce trying to get out. This is Beyonce trying to get out. That's right. She's trying to get out, y'all. She don't want nothing to do with none of this. None of this. A lot of stuff I don't say. If you don't think that I can also say, hey, this also could have been a plot to ruin her concert. Who knows? But when I said they're only going to get bad news, it's because I know their affiliations. I kept telling you, everything is not my opinion. It's because of their affiliations. Because I'm a human being. I'm not sleep. We said it yesterday. Everybody wanted to keep playing make-believe like they weren't friends for over 25 years. So how the hell were they going to be clean, y'all? It's not about what they did. It's about what they didn't do. It's about, I know for a fact that Jay-Z, like, you know what? It's a fact through the Diddy trial. I know what Jay-Z likes. I know who he is. I know that they found dildos, baby all. I know Jay-Z been with that man over 25 years. Yes. Let's go. I'm saying it for a reason. They don't want to be black no more because they know. They tie him up. Plus, they know it's embarrassment and they scared to go to jail. That's him. So I don't know what's in his favor. But I know one thing. When I said Jay-Z don't got no protection, LeBron, all of y'all was stuck in the world for over 6 months straight kissing LeBron ass. What you gonna do? What you gonna do now, y'all? They don't have no more power. What part y'all don't understand? Y'all were being loyal to a crown that didn't exist. Why you think Jaguar went against their ass? Did anything happen to her? No, because she know they lost their power. The Jay-Z and them before, that was then. They was able to get away with stuff before because of who? Because of him. Meanwhile, y'all the ones still stuck in that world. You still stuck because to prove you've been brainwashed. You was brainwashed. Why? He brainwashed them. He brainwashed them, and they brainwashed you. Meanwhile, they played the dummy role, and they skated off. Meanwhile, they watching all their ass get cooked. And that's what's happening. It was because of them I knew that black entertainment was over. It was because of them I knew. It was because of a lot of things I knew. I knew all of it. I gave play-by-play. I ain't no genius. I just kept watching the story. And I said I ain't getting distracted. When I said I ain't covering nothing else, I'm paying attention because I knew this meant a lot, but I also knew this meant for all their ass. Kiss all their ass goodbye from the top to the bottom. We're going to knock off their kings, and then we're going to knock off their kingdom, and we're going to take out all their people because it's called Game of Thrones. It is no such thing as taking out the kings and the people just walk around. No, the people are going to get put in bondage. They're going to get kicked out the kingdom. That's going to happen. So I also knew this was bigger than rap music. I knew this was about everything. I was just putting it all together. No, y'all, this is about show. It's about everything. It's over, an end of an era. You call it whatever you want to call it. It's the end of it. Yes, we're going to TD Jakes, y'all. We're going to TD Jakes. And you're going to see, did TD Jakes show his face for the campaign? Did he do any endorsements? They lost a particular state. How did they lose the state with all this power they got? They got all these fans on the internet. They post all day, right? And that's what happened. LeBron want to tweet and post all day. Meanwhile, he got so many posts disrespecting 47. Meanwhile, he gaslit so much racial tension. Meanwhile, who they get elected? Nobody. See, when it came time for them to run their mouth to their fans, they ran their mouth all day, y'all. But when it came time for the election, they couldn't do that. So that's why I kept telling y'all keep getting mad at the wrong people. Y'all supposed to be mad at them for not doing their job. They wanted to live a glamour life, y'all. So what I'm saying is, when they were no longer needed for these campaigns, when after he stepped out, they realized, shit, Hillary lost. They ain't do nothing then, they dumbass. Then they just kept losing. All right, man. You know what? There's no need to pay them no more. Get their ass out of here, all right? That's it. Now, you're going to see everybody's with this damage control. So look, let's go. JJ Redick house burnt down. That's LeBron coach. Then, when I told you he got Darvin Ham fired last year, a black coach, guess what happened? This year, he got his neighborhood burnt down and his next door neighbors because they all was in the same neighborhood. So when they kept telling me they were friends, I already knew they was friends. But if I didn't know, we was already getting clues. Has anybody seen Aaron Hall, the one with the bald head, yet? Aaron Hall might be rest in peace. I'm starting to believe that now. Let's go to TD Jakes, y'all. Let's go. TD Jakes stepped down from the church, y'all. It's official. Yup. He stepped down from the church. He's on the run. He's ducking off. Told y'all. Mark Cuban, he was the first to run from Dallas. Yeah, they on the run, y'all. It's all a beef. You're going to see they lost the state. TD Jakes. See what happened is too, y'all. They were focused on getting rich. They were just focused on buying mansions. We're gonna look at some stuff when they was trying to buy too much too. How many of y'all knew about TD Jakes and Tyler Perry trying to buy that stuff? You're gonna see that too, y'all. When they started trying to buy all this stuff, they started getting in trouble. I said it with Young Thug. Allegedly, Diddy and Tyler Perry tried to buy BET. I didn't know that TD Jakes and Tyler Perry was working together. In my opinion, man, they was trying to build like little fake cities, they were trying to build their own little world. Because like Tyler Perry, the truth is with him, he can do whatever he wants to on that property. I know what they're doing on that property. Yeah. They also were trying to put their people in a cult. But we're going to talk about it today, y'all. We watched TD Jakes trying to shake this news for a year, this Diddy stuff. It has not been working. It has not been working. He also being sued by one of his people. TD Jakes, I first joked on him saying he was one of the original Ciroc boys. This man has been lying in people's face for decades. So I'm trying to tell people this is for a lot of reasons why this is happening to them. And then people don't understand that they've been rich for so long and never got in this trouble. But people still don't see what's going on right now. That's why it's like, I just don't get it, y'all. And I also don't get how these people have so much power. But it's like now, you can't really see nobody. It's like, I don't see nothing. It's like, y'all, if I don't look for this stuff, I won't see it. Do y'all not have the proof now that this AI takeover is for real? Do you not see when you come on YouTube how much disgusting AI thumbnails you just see? All right then. Those same AI thumbnails destroyed tdjakes. Ever since this Diddy stuff happened, and they've been calling tdjakes a power bottom because they say that Diddy stuck one of them things in him too. Yeah. So ever since then, he's been trying to fight this news. He's even tried to act like he had a stroke. But then again, he could have had a stroke. We don't know. Because there's pressure mounting and they ass getting old. So we don't know nothing. But according to him, he had a stroke on stage. It got so hard, he had to track who was doing it. Okay. This is the point. The pressure of tdjakes being slandered was so intensified, he couldn't take it no more. Same exact thing happened to LeBron James. Once again, we're going to have to say it again for people that is new. This social media attack on them is backed by billions of dollars. To take down billionaires, you need other billionaires. It is billionaires behind taking all of their ass down. To make it clear, it is billionaires behind destroying BET. These are the same millionaires and billionaires that said, don't cut no more checks. This is the same ones that said, do not book no more hip-hop concerts. Do not book no more clubs. All right? Because even when you do a hip-hop club in your city, if it's a club in your city that want to feature a rapper, they got to get permission from the city. And depending on where you live at, nope. It depends on who the rapper is. See, only reason why Atlanta, you got Kendrick Lamar, because Kendrick Lamar is not violent. That's why you got a Kendrick Scissor concert. Anything gangster rap, nope. Gangster rap outlaw, y'all. That's why I kept telling you, Kendrick ain't a gangster rapper. Kendrick straight. He can tour around. He good. Any rapper with just real rap, regular music, they straight, y'all. It's only a ban on gangster rap. It's a ban on gangster rap, which is the soundtrack to the gangsters in the street. It is a ban on gangster rap, criminals. All right? Criminals, you are the Bin Laden of your time now. Of 2025, you are the Bin Laden. See? We even tricked all of y'all to grow y'all beards out like Bin Laden. Y'all are the Bin Ladens now. We tricked y'all dumbass to do everything, stupid. Y'all wasn't wearing them before. When we was looking for Taliban, y'all wasn't wearing them. Well, we tricked y'all last to turn into Taliban, dummies. We tricked y'all into that. We tricked y'all in the last day to look like exactly who you are. It's foreigners. Guess what? A lot of them, they walk around shaved. That's the funny part. A lot of people that's from over there come here, they be shaving. That's the funny part. No, it's called trades and places. Y'all gonna wear our beard and we gonna cut ours off. And that's what they do. You know I'm telling the truth. They do. Let's go. So let's go, y'all. Why I say that? Because they all got tricked to go against the country. Why? Well, when a particular man came in, you was told certain things. Also, before that, before he came in, a lot of stuff people say they didn't say before. Before that man came in, people didn't even care about politics, even though a cell phone been out. But when people understand their brain got altered and they got turned into goddamn politician nut suckers, and they got used to this guy typing all day and every day, they didn't understand they were being controlled by tweets and types all day. And this shit went on forever. Meanwhile, you see, when that man gone, no power, man don't type, man hold up dolls. No, they pranking your ass. LeBron, if you don't want a video to drop, make an ass out yourself. All right? Let's go. Because we already went through this already. It's official now, y'all. tdjakes has left the church. He's gone. It's official. All right? But this what I didn't know. What is this? That's why they all getting dealt with. They been made a mockery of your church. That's why your church is destroyed. Your church is out of here. It's finished. But the church got nothing to do with the book. The book is never going nowhere. See, that's why you was focused on going to church, but you wasn't focused on the book. That's why you ain't know what's going to happen in the end. in the end, you will see these false people playing around. Do you see Tyler Perry acting like a damn preacher in TD Jakes church? This is Tyler Perry acting like a damn preacher in the church. I had no clue they was doing this. It's a lot of reasons why nobody respects these people. And it is not just about race. This is what they were doing in 2023. Even though Jim Jones, the real Jim Jones, was doing this in the 70s, they were still doing this because they don't want to admit they were going to church based on celebrity. So they didn't know the past 10 years when they got tricked into worshiping men, they actually got tricked into worshiping what? Men, false idols. So once they duped their ass to worship false idols, they started going to church to see the false idols, but the world became a celebrity world. So when they went to church, it was still the club. It was a lot of acting, singing, dancing. But if you ask them one word, they don't know nothing. When they was in church the whole time, they said do everything but tell them about the anti-you-know-who. Do everything except for tell them about that. Hey, do everything but talk about Revelation. That's about it. Yeah, just whatever you do, don't talk about Revelation. Huh? Okay. And that's what they did. All right? Made a mockery of them people, religion, all that. Playing, trolling. No, y'all. This is why they don't respect y'all. You mean they tell me they didn't get mad over their religion? You know how much stuff we had to hide back in the day? They didn't get mad over their religion. They didn't get mad over nothing but race. Because they didn't know they were going to be programmed so deep, we just going to program them. They only going to know how to what? Respond to racism and nothing else. Now, if I'm lying, you holler at me. They don't react to nothing but race. If it ain't race, it's not the same energy. Only time they actually get up and move and shake something and come together, they got to be based on some racial hatred. Other than that, is there any proof they can come together in 2025? So like I said, no more lies. After today, a lot of people should get it clear. This is my opinion. All right? This ain't 1925, it's 2025. When I tell you this shit is old, Beyonce let you know. The question is, why she ain't let her fans know? Hell nah. All the black people in the crowd need to request a refund immediately. Now, why they saying that? Because it is said that not only is she wearing American flags, she is singing the national anthem. The same thing everybody was trained to go against. Look who's a willing participant in singing the national anthem. All right? So somebody was playing the game. Even though I'm a grown-ass man, I know every movement created was backed by white dollars. And I know it is no such thing as a rebellion for real in this country because you have no parts of the military. So I'm going to keep telling you, let the fantasy shit go. You got two options. Either you leave free on a plane, go where you want to go, or shut up because that's where we at. Put your money where your mouth at. If you're not going to hop on a plane, you're going to be labeled as a foreigner. You're going to be labeled as an anti-person. They're going to stereotype you and say you're anti because this whole movement was to make you anti. It was to put the spirit of blackness in you, the spirit of dark depression, the spirit of the past of anger, where everybody else will be happy getting money and you will get out of here with your old ways. It was a plan to get y'all all on these lists, to get all y'all documented as anti. You guys are the new terrorists. It's you guys. We were classified as the old ones, but we taught y'all all our ways. Now it's y'all. All right? That's why when you see this, in your mind, you are so detached from this. That's how we wanted it to be. We wanted you to be born and raised here with your socials and birth certificates, but when you look at that, you're going to hate it. You're going to forget your family that died over that. You're going to forget all of that. When I told y'all I'm a grown man, when I was against the grain young, I didn't know no better. But as I got older, I learned that I actually got family buried in one of those graveyards. When I was so I actually have a family member buried in a highly respectable cemetery. So if I keep going around with shitting on that narrative, I'm shitting on my uncle. And he don't put in work for this country. See? A lot of y'all forgot that. Because what? We were raised a certain way. But guess what? You know damn well you didn't learn it in your household. Are you willing to admit it yet? Are you willing to admit everything you learned in this country rebellious came out of a book or a dummy in the street? Are you going to admit it? Every single thing you learned rebellious was learned in the street. If you learned it from your household, they learned it in the street in the 70s. That's all that shit was. Everything of rebellion taught in this country comes out of freaking book. And that book got to be authorized. So if a book got to be authorized on the shelf, that means it ain't no real book. Understand that. You wasn't raised like that. Thing is, I've been admitted it. Y'all were taught to go against the grain, and you loved it and stood on it. Guess what? The biggest prank ever played. So when I tell y'all all them people got let in this, it was because of y'all behavior. Y'all were being judged. All right? That's why you're going to see this was approximately about 7 years ago. You know what I'm saying? No, this was the biggest prank. Get them to go against their country. Hey, even the ones that claim they down with Buffalo Soldiers, you went against them too, didn't you? Okay, they always talking about the black person first do this in America. They were the first to do that. Well, you went against all that, right? Why? Not knowing you went against your own flag. Guess what? Now you ain't got no flag. See the big trick? Now you ain't got no flag. See that? Everybody dipped off. Beyonce said, shit, I'm back home. All right? I'm back home. So this is what it's about. No, we were all taught rebellious spirits. It's just that some of y'all, you didn't understand it was all a trick. Because when you choose a particular spirit, your ass always going to suffer. You know what it made me do when I was young? Sell drugs. Rebellious. And never get no job. Teenager. You know what I'm saying? When I got older, start getting 20, 21, start no, hold up. Nah, rebellion is taught. Rebellion is taught. And rebellion is taught by failures. All right? It's the truth. Back in the day, do you know they were shaming college degree graduates? Back in the day, it was a trick to shame them smart people. If you was black and you want to mind your business, they would shame you. That whole Uncle Tom White stuff was to shame your ass, make you poor, stupid. It was blacks still straight combing their hair. They were trying to shame them. You trying to look white. You ain't going around. They wanted the rebellious is taught. It was taught in the damn 60s. I went through it all. The whole black spirit rebellion of you looking at right here come from Vietnam. And that was an experiment. Everything in y'all life was an experiment from the damn 60s. I proved it. From goddamn everything you do now. From the Black Power movement, 60s. The welfare movement, 60s. Huh? The entertainment going hand in hand with black power, the 60s. The top drug in the 60s was dope. What the top drug now? Dope, opioid, fentanyl, same drug. No, y'all still been in a 60-year bubble, but you didn't understand what 60-year bubble of failure and depression, so everybody else will be 60 years ahead of y'all. Why? We got you to go against the flag because that's what y'all wanted to do, right? The jobs left. Why? Y'all been didn't want to work. Okay, when y'all all wanted to be rappers and everything else, you can't cry no more when shit ain't in your favor. It's very simple. Remember when the good people got shamed, they were called nerds and cornballs because they wanted to go in the military. They wanted to get good jobs. Y'all called them cornballs. Y'all called them corny, right? Remember all y'all want to be outside? Okay then. Well, y'all made decisions. It's a price to pay. Just so happened the same ones that said they didn't want to work were the same ones going against the flag and promoting taking knees. So y'all were doing so much anti-stuff, we realized we got some cancers going on. So that's why everybody was being judged, and it was a lot. When I kept saying, y'all, a lot of people was playing both sides. See that? Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg right here. Look at the picture. Snoop Dogg right there in the corner promoting what? Black power. Black power. Where Snoop Dogg at to this day? Once everybody else ass in trouble, where Snoop Dogg at? Okay. Meaning it was a front because we didn't want to accept Snoop Dogg's actor. We didn't want to accept Beyonce's actor. All right? They all actors, y'all. The thing is, was she acting black? And this who she really was? Did Jay-Z make her be pro-black? Okay. That's all we want to know. Because we know how the hell you go from this and what was all this about? That's like I say, everything went out the window. We got proof of the Carters, y'all. The Carters are the main ones that was gaslighting your ass. And then he the main one, what? He go back to the NFL to this day with a deal. And then what? She come back on some American stuff. So I'm telling you, if y'all can't see they played y'all ass, hopefully you get it today. The main ones that was behind gaslighting your ass to be poor, all right, from rebellion, are the main ones trying to get back what? American. Hopefully you get it now. Y'all never get it, do you? So the whole strike was against the national anthem, and she's singing it today. Hopefully you get it now. All right. So maybe this time you'll be a good Beyonce follower and listen to her. Because she know her ass don't want to go to jail. Her ass don't want to get booted out this country. She knows that. Around here, we already know this. All right. Trust me on that. That's why he ain't never gonna show his face no more neither. All of their ass on the run. All right. He ain't gonna show his face no more neither. When you see Jay-Z face chilling, having fun, let me know. You ain't gonna see that. Because I told you he ain't wanna rock with them, so they don't rock with his ass. That's right. I seen Joe the other day give an interview on somebody's show. Joe's still out here. Matter of fact, I seen both of their ass back out here. I seen her talking yesterday. Where's Jay-Z at, y'all? His ass ain't out here no more. Didn't I tell you everybody back outside? I told you already. All right? They back outside. I saw their ass. Where Jay-Z at? You even see his wife outside. Where he at? That fool on the run. That's where he at. A lot of y'all gonna be on the run. You feel me? That's what's gonna happen. Yeah, hold up. Let's go. Now, tdjakes, y'all. This shit for real. His ass running. Let's go. Let's look at these facts. tdjake hands mega church to daughter Sarah Jake Roberts amid $100 million Fort Mac redevelopment drama. Now, y'all know they also dealing with that facility right now. All right? So y'all know what's up. These fools out here trying to build compounds and all of that. Oh, that's crazy too, because I ain't gonna lie, when I didn't know that was a bass part. But yeah, though, check it out. These fools been out there trying to build compounds, man. In my opinion, you know what they was trying to do? Build their own little worlds. Because look, when you tdjakes and you get your congregation to move there, they was trying to get property built on it, low housing, trying to get them people locked up with their Social Security. Y'all know that, Medicaid, all that. But then get them on that property, had them in somewhere where they locked in and their ass can't leave. Then it's private property. You can't come in there like that. Same thing Malachi did. They've been trying to build their own compounds. And they was going to build it. He was going to build it next to Tyler Perry. So remember, all of this goes together when you're looking at the whole concept of the black excellence, but the whole time is everything is backed by white dollars. And when I say white dollars, I'm talking about corporations. And in reality, corporations is unseen faces. That's the truth. You know what I'm saying? So they really was doing a lot. Then let's think about it like this. Let's look at it very, very simple. To be honest with you, I know these guys had to be watched. I'm pretty sure they had these people scared because all of them were running around with a lot of money. They were running around with a lot of money doing a lot of things, y'all. And I think shit got real. I also don't think it was ever the plan for these black entertainers to start getting all that money. Because remember, most generations, they never got to see their money. A lot of them mostly died before they got that rich. Yep. But I think for our generation, our generations were so rebellious, they needed way more celebrities to keep us in line. So, you know, back in the day, they only had James Brown. You know, they had them and a few. You know, they had a handful. But I think our generation, they needed a lot of celebrities to keep us in control. You know what I'm saying? So they had to make tdjakes a star. Because remember, they all rock the mic. They all the same. So they had to make, we had a lot of celebrities. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you don't go to the club, you go to church. At your church, your preacher's going to be a celebrity. You ain't going to say, I go there for the word. You're going to say, that's my preacher. Who they proved that with? Lamar Bishop Whitehead. They've been proved that. Actually, we're gonna make your preacher drip even more designer to see how stupid y'all are. Yeah, knowing damn well he ain't supposed to be dripping no designer. You know what I'm saying? Now, we've been testing y'all faith. They've been knew you lost faith. Guess how they closed the church officially? C19 made their ass stay out the church. So the more they stayed out the church, they lost their faith even more. So that's what happened. So my point is, remember, then they always say the church was a pillar of the community. Well, you lost the church. Dallas, they lost the church. TDJ stepped down. You know what I think he did? I think he really set his daughter up for failure, y'all. He left it to his daughter, but I think they're gonna wind up taking it in the long run. Let's go. And mind you this too. His other daughter, her husband, just got accused of doing some Diddy stuff. Yeah. So this is what I'm telling you. They've been saying this stuff about TD Jakes ever since Diddy got in trouble. So TD Jakes, this guy was trying to play acting school a whole year like it didn't happen. But this also proved that his congregation was stupid because they kept coming back to church. And to this day, you see what's going on. So he had to step down. Diddy trial next week, y'all. So this ain't a coincidence. The week before the Diddy case, he's stepping down, passing it off. He was trying to hold it to the last minute when I kept saying, see, I've been watching this plot. They thought Diddy was going to get fried quick. Like I'm telling y'all, I kept giving updates. I said, yo, man, they stretching this out on purpose. It's a movement. They've probably been watching their money moves, man. Since they've been in trouble, watching their money moves. See where they hiding money at. These guys are multi-hundred millionaires, billionaires with friends, connects. Man, they got all type of stuff going on. They had to track their money. So that's why, yeah, they was in trouble the whole year. They was walking around, but they were being watched. All of them. Then look at how many celebrities and look how many people they got to watch. So let's look at it. If Homeland went and got Diddy, let's just look at it, how many people are being watched. Even though I broke the whole thing down. First, the rich people went down. Hollywood and other executives. Then the cartels went down. Then the low-level drug dealers went down, going to jail. It's a clean-up wipeout. And everybody's telling on each other. But it's a chain of command. Now look at law enforcement, all the stuff law enforcement got to do. Got to catch them, got to watch the rich people, got to watch the cartels, got to get the low-level people, got to track the money. No, it's a process, which means it ain't over yet. Which means anything that's a fact and true, we ain't going to know because it's still an investigation. But I've been reading the signs of them doing stuff I never saw before. What? Stepping down. But if I didn't know from the rip it was all political, I would have never got it. So being that I knew it was political, I know he ran Dallas. I know who run Dallas now. I know why his ass had to step down, why he got in trouble. Yes. But when I already proved that, I said it. I said Diddy, in my opinion, is with the red, white, and the blue. I already said it. I felt like his job was to watch all of the ass, and which means he was a you-know-what. I think him and Snoop was SPYs. Yeah. Diddy and Snoop were the real watchers over this game. Real talk. It's just that Snoop moved different and Diddy moved different. That's why we know for a fact now, I broke it all down. Snoop Dogg and Diddy started the East Coast, West Coast beef, y'all. And then both of them was the main ones said they had nothing to do with it. Snoop kicked the buildings. Diddy said 9-5. He gaslit it. They started it. When it was over, they got together. All right? So we're going to leave that alone. Anyway, let's go. Let's go. All right, now y'all getting it? All they've been doing is trying to control the internet. Now, Tina Knowles did keep it real and say her home burnt down. But somebody else did not. Somebody else did not. So, let's go. April 27th, the congregation to embrace them as the next leaders of the Dallas-based mega church. What the hell is a mega church? Well, he passed the jackpot to his daughter to get the money. All right. After nearly 5 decades, five decades of brainwashing, all right, and lying, TD Jakes announced he is stepping down as senior pastor of the Potter's House and passing Potter's House. Was that a potty? See? A potty. All right, let's go. stepping down as senior pastor of the Potter's House and passing the leadership torch to his daughter, Sarah Jakes. See how they do in the church? If you can't see it, I'm getting bored talking about this shit because this is what we're talking about. How you pass the church down, y'all? I thought when you speak God's word, it gotta be bestowed upon you. Like it gotta be in you, not on you. He just passed it down to his daughter. If you can't tell, that's a family business. It's just that, guess how they got tricked, y'all? If it ain't a corner store, they think it ain't a business. So that's it. Everything is a business. Let's go, y'all. Check it out. Boom. The next generation, what are they saying? Okay, he's stepping down on the run. He passing it to his daughter to do the new brainwashing and grooming of this generation, all right? Because he on the run. Once he realized YouTube was not taking this down, once tdjakes realized it is no such thing as suing the AI program, he stepped down, y'all. He couldn't take it no more. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. Because everything we said is shit playing out. I told these fools they making videos on them from all around the world. South Africa, everywhere. No, it's over, y'all. What's up, Sister T? But look, right? This was so sad. Everybody else had to deal with them except for who? The people they robbed. That's why I say the biggest jokers ever played. They all got rich off the same people, and the same people just still don't know what's going on. I never in my life knew that they had Tyler Perry acting like a preacher in the church. This is Tyler Perry acting like a preacher in tdjakes' church. Running straight scams. I'm not even on it like that, but Tyler Perry just made me want to whip his ass so bad, man. He just don't stop, man. Hey, man, I remember a kid in the church, meaning it's certain things you don't do. These fools were straight just pulling stunts, playing. But guess how Tyler Perry groomed their ass? He groomed their ass to play around with the church from his movies. Tyler Perry is the one that groomed a lot of their souls. He's the one that infused. He's the one that infused, made them accept what? All of it. Because his job was to groom the church people. You're going to groom the church people and their family to accept it. Jay-Z, you're going to groom those street thugs to accept it. Beyonce, you're going to groom those women to accept it. And meanwhile, when the decades is over, they all going to accept it. Because that's going to happen. All right, that's it. When they look, before there was one way, but when it's all said and done, they ass going to be somebody else. They're going to be everything but who they supposed to be. They're going to be everything. So, being at everything what they're supposed to be, goodbye. That's it. So, look at these perverts. Thought I didn't catch it. Let's play a game. This is Tyler Perry campus. What are you looking at? What up, black family? Hey, yo, y'all, pardon these drives. I swear, man, after all this stuff is closed out, I'm not talking about none of the ass no more. Especially not none of them. Not James, they all boring, corny. But this had to be done, y'all. It had to be done. Nobody was going to do it. Nobody's going to bring the clarity that was going to keep you in insanity. See, my whole purpose was to tell you it was all a lie so you won't be stressing your whole life. All right? What is this? My bad. Told you, man, they perverts, man. Look at Tyler Perry complex. This where they had a cult gatherings at too, man. Don't get it twisted. Hold up. I heard Tyler Perry and Power Bottom. Yes, all of them are. TD, all of them are. That's right, all of them are. Once again, y'all, Diddy trial Monday. Let's clarify it all, y'all. Let's keep it real. Let's go over it again. Every single man in this game that been with Diddy, that was rich, got the baby all treatment. The baby all was a revelation. I'm going to say it again. Their ass backwards frauds. The only reason why they tricked us and tricked the world because of their skin color. The reason why When you kept hearing about the biggest trick Satan ever played, the biggest trick, the biggest goddamn trick Satan ever played was skin color. So when I tell you that rainbow is not just about sex, it's about skin color and how Satan finesses every race. And he finesses all colors. It also means you never know what color he's going to come in. You never know what color he's going to finesse. You never know what color he's going to come in. You never know what color he's going to control. You never know what color he's going to mix together. All you're going to know is when it's all said and done, you're going to be mixed up. He's going to slide off. Pew, like a bright white light. That's what's going to happen. Meanwhile, no, it was a process, a grooming. A grooming. He played with my grandmother's religion, man. That's what he did. I never thought it was funny. Always been corny to me. I been knew the narrative. I been knew he was doing. His job was to flip them grannies and flip them little boys. Make it acceptable in their household. But the only way to trick them, you got to make them laugh at the shit. As long as it's funny, they'll get down with anything. That's how you trick them. They'll eat shit if it's syrup on it. You can get them razor blades. You just got to put it inside the candy. You can get them any toxin. Just put some sugar with it. And you can make them accept anything. Just make it look fancy and shiny. All right? If I know this, everybody been doing this. Because it's warfare against your ass. I kept telling you, when they said they conquered this world, we're giving people gifts, trickery. No, everything you learned was a lie. What's up? What's up, D-Rose? What's up? All right, y'all. It's all over with now. See, it was a fad. It was a big fad movement. Anyway, I'm just showing you. See what they was doing in the church? That ain't no church. That's a concert. That's called Lost Souls. Mind you, we talk about people got flipped, y'all. When you look at how they were brainwashing people for decades. I also gonna look at that like, man, half of them people probably ain't even living no more. All right, a lot of them people probably had C-19. A lot of them people probably had broke down. I already know what happened to them. You know what that was called? Control. That was called a cult. That was never no damn church. Ain't no such thing as a mega church. No. Y'all all are the biggest jokes in the world. Then when I did more studies and realized that form of church ain't even real. Did you know the Baptist church is made up by white men, you racist bitches? We gotta slay all of this stuff, y'all. It gotta all go on the ground. Did you know Baptist church was started by white men? Racist. The one I'm talking about to you ones that's racist. Your whole life come from book. And it come from the main one you say you don't like. Baptists come from white man. Egyptology come from white man. All right? Everything you scream and shout and pump your fist come from white man. You see take a knee. You see rebellious. I see Bel. I see Babylon. I see it all. Because that's who you are now. When I tell you, you guys got turned into goats. First, you was God's children. Now you became God's adversary. And it's very simple. There's no mystery about it. Just because tdjakes didn't tell you, I didn't need him to tell me. I had to call his ass. All right? The book told me about his ass. Told me he was going to be one of them false ones coming in. It was going to be a lot of their ass. All right? I don't got to believe in nothing. I don't got to go to church. Glad I didn't go to church like that. That's right. I ain't brainwashed. Why I say that? Because they're exposed, y'all, for who they are. Have you ever heard of a wolf in sheep's clothing? Oh, you thought it was just a saying, right? No. It's called He's the Wolf. Guess who the sheep is? The congregation. See all those sheep? All those sheep every week left their house to go see the wolf, y'all. Then they realized when they was left with nothing. All right? It's a lot of reasons why nobody respect them. Main reason why nobody respect them, because they went against their own book. They had the biggest mouth about everything, but everything that was taught in their household and bloodline, they went against that. Even when we treated them like dirt, hung up for tree, no matter what they did, we had to respect them to a degree because we knew they didn't play with that book. And we knew we came around them in that church, we had to show them respect because we knew. Stay away from their churches, stay away from their respect. But once we got them to go against everything, every fiber, every fingernail about what they're about, and trick their ass to follow every other thing, they had no clue they was going to be left with nothing. Not even no celebrity stars. Not nothing. Nothing. It's a reason we gotta bury this shit. All right? They was calling themselves buying property, y'all. They were trying to monopolize. See all the negative stuff I said? Now look at it positive. No, these guys are trying to keep y'all in bondage to the day you die. These guys were trying to keep a control over their flocks. These are farmers that wanted to keep control over their flocks, y'all. Are you getting what I'm telling you? These guys wanted you to stay prisoners. And I'm telling you, it was a powerful thing that had to happen. If this stuff wouldn't have happened, a lot of y'all wouldn't know what time it was. They had to be destroyed because it was written. But what you don't understand, somebody way more powerful than you had to do it. You wasn't going to do it. You was going to think everything was a joke. Somebody actually had to try to save some of y'all because you wasn't going to get it unless his ass went to jail. Unless Denzel got exposed for Diddy parties. You wasn't going to get it. You wasn't going to get that they were all pieces of shit because it was a DNA war. It wasn't about guns. You were being tricked to be a fake-ass revolutionary going for guns. Meanwhile, you were buying products with GMOs and you had no clue. Your DNA was under attack. This war was done through DNA called what? Genetics. Make them go against their DNA. What's in their DNA? Their religion. Go against that. What's in their DNA? Their food. Go against that. Make them vegans. Make them go against their DNA. Every single way. From their thinking to their lifestyle. Make it be everything else, then there'll be nothing. Therefore, what? You're going to see all they were concerned with was keeping you in their cults. Who else was the main one running this internet keeping you in cults? Friends, LeBron cult, the Beehive cult. Jay-Z quarterbacking all platforms. He controlled Drake champs. He controlled Rap Radar. He controlled all these damn platforms for years and years. To this day, people in a fake-ass world. When I said certain people don't know nothing before 2008, and they can't remember nothing after 2017, because they were in a mind control, brainwash program, and they stuck in it. Meanwhile, they got so big for their britches, they actually thought she was a queen. So that's why they had to get reduced to ashes. All right, Beyonce is on punishment, y'all. I'm gonna tell you what it is. She had to get herself right. All right, she went from this Black Power to America, America, God bless. See this? All right then, y'all. Hopefully you get it now, y'all. It was all fake. And when I kept telling you everything, it ain't no certain thing. Don't try to pick one part. Don't pick one part. And I tell you your whole life was fake. How do I gotta prove it? You was told he was the GOAT. Has that been proven a fact? They say Jay-Z was the greatest rapper of all time. And he is the most powerfulest figure. Is that the facts? Where is he at now? Is LeBron the GOAT? Did he top Jordan? Being that the internet is dead and nobody's pushing his narrative, did he ever get 6 rings? Did he ever get 5 rings? Oh, then again, they took Kobe out the GOAT conversation. That's what I said. It was control. When you understand that LeBron didn't like Kobe and Kobe didn't like LeBron, then you'll see how somehow you forgot about Kobe had 5 and you started putting your faith into an idiot promising you he gonna get 6, promising you he gonna get 5. Meanwhile, the nigga had 4 and 2 come from a strike and 1 was in the bubble. Sorry, man. I'm saying it for a reason. It was a fake world. All the friends were in on it. That's why they say friends will fry you in the end. See, all of these friends fried you in the end. And they fried each other. They even turned on each other. That's how it's supposed to go. They all against each other. I'll prove it to you. When Diddy got in trouble with Jay-Z, lawyer said, they don't know each other like that. Jay-Z got in trouble, what I see Beyonce doing. Get away from Jay-Z ass. That's right. They turned on each other, like I said. If you ain't noticed, it's really been Beyonce and her mom. If you really pay attention, it's been them two going hard. Because they trying to get back right. With who? Who you think? Look right here. Beyonce, Jay-Z, Snoop Dogg. Beyonce, Jay-Z, Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg good. Beyonce trying to get good. Jay-Z not good. Already pulled up the article of 47 saying, I don't know why Jay-Z don't like me. When Jay-Z was going hard for his homeboy, all right? When they had beef, Jay-Z put his mouth in it. So I told you this picture meant it's squashed. When you see this, that means it's squashed. That means she trying to get forgiveness from him. But I already knew that when she did Netflix. Because his homeboys run the NFL and they run Netflix. And he's the one that told him, Roger, just sign Jay-Z on a handshake. I'm going to make his wife perform for free. I'm going to teach these guys a lesson. When they try to turn all those blacks against me, even though those bastards know they should stay at my hotels, even though those bastards used to shout me on their raps, and I showed them love in my casinos. Those bastards even was at my golf course. For those bastards going against me and trying to turn all those blacks against me, I want to fix all their ass. Next thing you know, I didn't hear nothing about Snoop Dogg home being burned down. Sure didn't. But I heard about theirs. Sure did. Magically, it was just a wind came out of nowhere, and that shit just... I heard about J.J. Redick house getting burnt down. LeBron coach. What I told you, in the black reality, it's fake. So every episode, I'm pretty sure, it's always going to be somebody that had no clue LeBron James' home got burnt. It's so many people that still don't know Jay-Z and Beyonce paid $200 for a mansion, but they only lived in it for about a year. And it got burnt. But they still didn't tell you that. So the same reason why you didn't know all this stuff is the main reason why I'm going to keep proving y'all you were lied to your whole life. Your life has been controlled by this internet. But once you get off this internet, your reality won't be controlled no more. Your life is only controlled because you based your life on trending topics, who you like, what they said, how many times they said it, but they all were repeating lies. Because it was already said, if you constantly repeat a lie, it becomes the truth. That was the magic of social media. All right? That's the magic of social media. When I tell one lie, and I can get all of y'all to go spread my lie, it becomes the truth. This went on for decades. At least a decade and a half. And that's why a lot of y'all are dumb. That's why a lot of y'all think I'm so smart. No, I never got brainwashed. Never, ever, 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 ever. Never. Whenever I did wrong because I wanted to. Never been on file, never been brainwashed. So I knew all this was fake. I knew LeBron James was favorite back in 2003. When they put him over Carmelo Anthony and Carmelo Anthony had won a championship. I knew back then he was the favorite. When it was him, Lenny Cook, and Carmelo, I've been knew it was up. Because the truth is, Carmelo was my favorite when it all first started. Yep. And I always knew, by him being on ESPN in high school, I always knew everybody was behind him. He was the favorite, y'all. He was the anti-Iverson. He was the one to act black but was the least black. He was the one to act the most pro-black but wasn't black at all. He was raised as a teenager. When they tell you LeBron James don't even swing on nobody, it's for real, he's a pussy. When they tell you he don't base, he's a punk. Y'all, I'm not playing. Iverson was 6 feet. Put a finger on Iverson, watch what happened to you. Isaiah Thomas was 5'11". Elbow him in the back of the head, see what happened to you. No, LeBron is a bitch. He's a punk, y'all. I'm not playing with you. He's a straight punk. His job was to act like black power. Act like justice. Whole time. Every arm in this man, every joint in this man's body is controlled by somebody. You pick somebody. And I'm not playing with y'all. You can say LeBron James is the most highest control athlete of all time. Because remember, y'all forget the athletes had a rebellious spirit. Most athletes were rebellious. No, look, y'all, he was the first actor that acted black, but was really working for the corporations, y'all. Acting like he for the people. That's why if I asked you anything he did, he didn't do shit. That's why before he do anything for you, Cleveland, he gonna still keep trying to sell you shit. Because that's all he gonna do. Let's go back to the corporation to show you his ass been on. His life right here, ABC, Disney, that's his life. Sneaker, Nike, that's his life. Samsung, he had to deal with them. That's his life. Those are all the companies made him a fucking billionaire. All right? He owned media companies through Google. He controlled what? Twitter. That's where he made all the statements at. LeBron James made a statement on Twitter. That was their device. Everything he fucking did was out of corporation. So I'm going to keep telling you kids, they don't run nothing, it's over, and they never was ducking this Diddy smoke. And I'm saying it for a reason, because I watched so many grown people worship and suck off so many grown people, but they had no time to look at all this damn public information and never understood the concept that what? These people don't run shit because corporations run their ass. Who else run LeBron his whole career? McDonald's. He first played the McDonald's. I'm just showing y'all, man. So the corporations are my proof that they were never as big as they portrayed. You only as big, bro. Any one of y'all gonna be big if you got Nike behind you, ABC, Disney, ESPN. You got all this shit behind. Of course you're gonna be big. Meanwhile, it is no such thing as you being the face of them corporations pushing nothing black. His job was to control the blacks, so the blacks won't crash the corporations. That was his job. All right. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. You're going to see. Before Bin Laden was the face, now you look just like Bin Laden. It's a reason for that. They played trading places. All right, you Bin Laden now. When I tell you everything y'all was doing was foreign, I'm talking about these celebrities was all foreign. Except for Diddy. All right? Diddy was true to the American flag, all right? That's why he snitched on their ass, all right? All you got to know is they got the tapes, y'all. They got the tapes. They got the tapes. They had them first. I already made jokes about Joe and Kamala and watching the tapes. They was watching the tapes in the Oval Office, all right? They got the cameras, y'all. The cameras got past the 47. Y'all keep forgetting that. So when I was saying that they all dealt with, when I was saying they got sold out and they ass is finished, it's because I know they on them tapes and they went the wrong, you know what I'm saying? I knew what was going on. Yeah. Everybody that's on tape, they got them, which means they passed them off, right? Okay. So now y'all getting a clue on why TDJ stepping down, because he don't know what's next on him. The news comes at a time when TDJ's Fort Mac Village, one redevelopment has effectively stalled in April. So also what? They were supposed to be getting this stuff built, but it got stalled. No money. It also got stalled because his ass been getting destroyed. When I told the people, once you're getting dealt with like this, once you begin trolled like this a year straight, once all of these videos are getting views, yeah, you got a mega church, but see these videos, they get 1 million views, 60,000 views, 80,000, 250,000 views, and they won't stop. One video got more views than your whole congregation. The power of the internet. Your people are rich, so it's rich people got money on them. If LeBron, Diddy, media mogul, Diddy had media companies. LeBron, Jay-Z, they understood media company, control your own media. A lot of these janky ass sites be they sites, but what you got to understand, the people that's taking them down knew they all got media platforms, so we have to destroy all of their media platforms as well. We have to put out so much bad news on them that all their supporters will actually have to go silent, because it will be so much bad news on them. We're going to make them silence themselves. And that's what they've been doing. And I told y'all from the beginning, it's been warfare. Yeah. This stuff been happening so much, it affected his deal. So look, the 94-acre site was slated to include affordable housing, retail, green space, and cultural facilities, despite a $1 billion capital commitment from Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo, the same people that took who money? Wendy. What are you looking at now? You're looking at how these bastards were able to use black people as leverage and get money. Only reason why they was getting that money, because of the black experience. You didn't know that whole regime, if you can prove to people that you can control a lot of black people for political reasons, you will get a lot of money. Yeah, I didn't know that. Who up on this Saturday? What's up, Smoke Dog? What's up, Cole? What's up, EK? What's up, y'all? What's up, Inga? Yep, Wells Fargo. Yeah, we're going to be doing a chill out later. All right, let's go. Overall project vision had reached a stalemate. Halting progress on the mixed-use community at the former Fort McPherson Army base near Tylerperry, right here. So as you see, Tylerperry's across the street. tdjakes is trying to get where the base at. Man, I don't know what the hell they was doing, but as you see, it didn't work, y'all. When Tylerperry built this, all this time I've been, this when I knew Hollywood was over. Like I said, there was a lot of ways I knew Hollywood was over. Man, that shit is a facility. That's, man, I already know what that is. That's an area where Tylerperry can have whatever he want to have go on. I already know what's up. We up. It's all over with now, y'all. TDJ step down. Let's go. Now look, let's look at the money they made. Hold up. Let's go. All right, boom. So this was from Wells Fargo. Well, he was trying to get the money. Long story short, I think his funds got cut off because they lost so much. Basically, I think the funds got cut when his ass got in trouble, and it was never going to happen. I'm telling y'all, man, I think Diddy's job was to watch all of them, and I think some of them was doing too much, y'all. You want to see. All of a sudden, when they was trying to do all this stuff like that, their ass got dealt with. So he was trying to run his church in Texas, but still monopolize in Atlanta. Meanwhile, they didn't do nothing. Georgia, Atlanta. How the hell is all those rich people in Atlanta? How did all them places get shut down? What happened? If all them damn rich people, let's go. Like I said, man, every time I talk about this kind of stuff, it's just corny to me, y'all. Let's go, y'all. All right. So now you see why he's leaving, right? Boom. Ranges between 20 million and 30 million earned through best-selling books. That's how he made his money, y'all. Selling them damn books. tdjakes was cooking y'all ass. What's one of the books he made? Woman, thou art loosed. Basically saying, woman, thou art thoughts. That's what he was saying, y'all. He made a book saying, woman, thou art loosed. Uh-oh. See why his ass in trouble, ladies? He was calling y'all loose. Thou art loosed. No, tdjakes, you the one that's loose. You are now known as a powder bottom, more than a preacher. That's it. That's it. All right, y'all got it clear, right? tdjakes got paid off cooking woman too. Look what he said, y'all. Look. He wrote a book called Woman, Thou Art Loosed. Woman, thou art the thoughts. Thou art a thought. That's what he's trying to say, y'all. No, it's you, fool. And I don't see no woman like this with Diddy. Everybody I seen trouble with Diddy was men. Even the other one, they think a woman. Yup. So anyway, let's go. No, all of this was to disrespect the church. That's why they made sure they put crosses around their neck. Yup. Disrespect all y'all religion. Let's go. What's the narrative, y'all? Y'all still going with narratives, huh? Who cares? I just wanted y'all to see this so you won't have a stroke. Because for real, they want us all to catch strokes. They want us all to be so stressed, we just catch strokes, our hair fall out, and some people's teeth fall out. They want us stressed out. They want you with gray hair, all that. Meanwhile, the U.S. economy added a stronger than expected 177,000 jobs in April. So are you going to still be depressed? Are you going to still be miserable? Are you going to still be waiting for a protest? Are you going to still argue in chat rooms? Are you going to still keep lying, saying you work from home? Or are you going to get a job? CNN, I got a better one for you. Let me make it clear for you. This ain't no cap. Wall Street Journal. Let's talk about money. Employers added 177,000 jobs in April, 1 month, despite all this talking about other stuff. Like I said, that stuff only apply to certain people. I've been looking online. There's a lot of stuff cheap right now. Yes, it is. I'll say this. The last of the stuff in this country cheap. I'll say that. Y'all have no clue how much stuff is cheap. I ain't gonna say nothing. But I'm gonna tell you this. Keep believing the hype and keep being broke again, y'all. Go another decade. Matter of fact, that's a lot. It ain't gonna happen. People ain't gonna be around no more, all right? What I'm telling you is this. Keep believing the hype that already been proven to be hype. You had imaginary beef, imaginary enemies. All right? They had nothing but a rap beef that you still caught up in. Who's delusional? That was Diddy and Shedeursanders. That was 50 and Rick Ross. Pick one. Which one was it? Huh? That was Batman against the Joker. Pick another one. That was Luke Skywalker against Darth Vader. Pick another one. No, y'all got pranked. And maybe everything was true. Maybe everything was true that was said about everything. But all you got to know is somehow everything has changed, but some people didn't change. Why not? I don't know. Why am I saying that? Because one day I don't want to say none of this. When all they ass get put in the ground, I'll be good. When all they ass get dealt with, I'll be good. Because as of now, this exodus is not finished yet. So that's why on Sunday, right, I'm going to be talking about something I had planned before he even stepped down. When I said they don't want to get Sam Cooke, now you got your proof on all of them were billionaires. All of them had all these multi-hundred millions. But you're going to see none of their ass came together. So I'm going to ask y'all a question again, Fantasyland. Do you have any proof that they proved to us that they really were free? Do we have any proof that they proved to us they really have any real power? Or was it all a front? Or was it all acted out through entertainment? Was it all acted out through TVs and phone devices? Or was it real? If you can admit that, you can move on with your life. But if you can't, you shall find out the hard way. All right? You didn't get it. We went to school. We played with coloring books. We said nursery rhymes. They gave us Disney books. But we had no clue that when you get older, they still got some shit for you. Why you think you claim you don't deal with Mickey Mouse, but no matter who you are, if you grown, somehow you still watch ABC. That's Disney. Because Disney had a plot for us. Yeah, you ain't gonna watch Mickey and cartoon when you're young. Little do you know, y'all grown ass, we're gonna be behind your whole life. We're gonna be behind your whole life. Because you didn't get this how the shit is so deep. Y'all don't play with toys. You don't fuck with Mickey Mouse. But see, Disney said, you had no clue, dummies. LeBron James is one of our characters. You didn't know that. You didn't know y'all generation, we acted out real characters. He's a character of who? Disney. Your whole life is fake. When you see Stephen A. playing a black car screaming, he's owned by Disney. But you didn't understand they own real puppets. You didn't understand these people turn you into a freaking character. They do. You become a character or you become a puppet. Because you don't play with Mickey Mouse. But you're going to play with LeBron James his whole career. So now you see why the grown men still saying LeBron should play again. LeBron should play. LeBron don't need to retire. He don't need to retire. Grown men don't want to put their toys away. That's all it is, y'all. I want y'all to see this big psychological effect game played on these people forever, y'all. You stop playing with Barbies, but you've been loving Beyonce. Even though we gave y'all a human Barbie named Nikki and watch all of y'all call yourself Barbie and watch all of y'all wear a chain around your neck, say Barbie. Then we had the Asian people in on the joke too, and they sold you the Barbie. Meanwhile, the joke is y'all big-ass kids. Hopefully you're going to wake up after 2025. That's it. No. That's why they had to get put in their place to show y'all. Y'all had power because we gave it to y'all. Y'all had power because we gave it to y'all to control y'all audience, control y'all people, control y'all neighborhoods, control the algorithm. But when it's time to vote, we need y'all to control the polls. But y'all couldn't do that. So since y'all couldn't control the polls, and all y'all want to do is talk about people, now y'all all getting dealt with, and everybody's going to watch. And that's what you're watching, in my opinion. So when I see Beyonce doing this her trying to get away from what? Black power, black power. But I kept telling y'all, this woman don't want to be black no more. Hopefully you get it now. But I had to educate myself and say, yo, she is Creole. So that means what? She could play both sides. Yes, she can. She's not even wrong with what she's doing. In all honesty, she's not. She can play both sides. If you biracial, you can play both sides. Yes, you can. If you got both bloodlines, you can play both. That's just what it is. So the truth is, you bought it. She ain't do nothing wrong. She didn't. What I mean is, now you know what a serpent is, right? Now you know what a shapeshift is. When I told y'all it ain't no damn stupid ass graphic, what you thought it was, this a shapeshifter. See that? She can do stuff you can't do. Some of y'all couldn't do this if you wanted to. If some of y'all, you had to wrap up an American flag, you probably throw up and do it on yourself, be sick. Couldn't even do both. All right, that's it. Hey, some of y'all so brainwashed, you couldn't even do this. So it's the same thing. She can do both, goddammit. She can trick your ass to be up her ass, and then she can flip it on you and be sitting right next to Dolly Parton like the shit never happened. That's her. No, y'all. This is also an example how fake people been in your life, all that shit. How you been dealing with people. They play both sides. They with you when you're winning. This whole Diddy showed out what happened, y'all. If you ain't learned nothing from the Diddy trial, what it teach you? The number one thing this taught you all, don't put too much faith in humans or people, period. Because when it's all said and done, they're going to turn their back on you. It is so many lessons in this. It also shows you watch who you hang out with. Guilty by association. You can ruin your life being with somebody else. But a lot of us did that already. You know how many people ruined because they with the wrong people? You know how many people in jail because of who they was with? Even though your family said, stay away from that person. As I got older and I admitted it to myself, part of what made me grow, everything bad I learned outside my household, outside my family. People do not want to admit everything you learn as backwards, everything you learn super stupid was outside of your household. Where you had people come from good households listening to poor households with nothing. Because the poor households always had the fad. So you will have it made, but you'll follow street people that had nothing. And you was raised like that. You raised in a private house, you just kept wanting to be from the projects. Because it was all the trick, bro. Everything we were raised that was ass backwards. You're going to live in the suburbs, but you're going to still bring the hood with you. So did you really leave the hood? Your whole life is going to be set up for failure, goddammit, and it already was. This chapter's over with, y'all. All right? You're going to see, we talk about these topics. They are so dry, so fucking boring because this time has passed. Now I'm giving you the proof through Beyonce, y'all. They mad at her. They mad because they saying she a phony. Not because she got the flag on, because she's singing a national anthem, even though she's born and raised in this country. What if they played a game called, everybody, you're going to get called down to, all right, you're going to come down and get your passport. Mandatory. Anybody who cannot sing the national anthem by heart, your ass getting shipped out the country. What if your life based on that right now, your grown ass be fucked up with you? All you got to do is one thing. Write the national anthem down on paper. If you can't write it down, that's the proof you're not American. See, we can ask you all these questions. No. Write it down. How long you been here? I don't even see we don't even see shit. Write down the national anthem. And if you can't write it, your ass getting shipped out of here right now. Could you make it on that, y'all? See how simple that shit is? Could you make it? Show you, man. Everything that was right and real, we was taught was corny, fake, stupid, because it was meant for you to be raised to be a terrorist. That's right. You're going to know about everything. You're going to know about books manufactured by everybody, but you ain't going to know the main book. You're going to listen to all type of lectures, but you ain't going to listen to the real lecture. You know what I'm saying? You're going to listen to every asshole on the corner. You was raised to listen to alcoholics on corners. You was raised to listen to high school dropouts. You had people in your family who were successful. You ain't listening to them. People in your family own shit. You ain't listening to them. Listen to idiots on the corner. Listen to a nigga fresh out of jail. Don't listen to that family member just graduated college. Yeah, they cornball. They corny.
See where all that cool shit get you, y'all? You see how cool is playing out now? Cool. See how that shit whack now, right? Just be you, however you are. See how that following shit? This was called make them jump off the cliff. Follow. When they jump off the cliff, you make a right turn, and you go back home and let their ass all drown. She went back home, man. She back in Texas. My opinion, Beyonce is down with Busby and all that shit, man. I think those witches gonna get Jay-Z ass out of here too. Yup. So as you see, what's the role of the day? What's the word of the day? Texas. Texas Hold'em. All right. You see Houston, Texas, and you see Dallas, Texas. And you see both of them are compromised. And you see both of them ain't looking too good. And both of them somehow got ties into Diddy. No more TD Jakes church, y'all. So now you got it, right? They said it from the civil rights era, the 3 pillars. Y'all church, y'all entertainment, y'all music. You'll see it's all done. And it's for a reason, y'all. Because we passed this era. And like I said, y'all got to excuse this episode. It's very corny and boring. Like, because for real, I'm tired of all these people. But I had to show y'all that it's up. He passing it to his daughter. But I think they're going to still, take that church from his daughter. I think TD Jakes is doing to his daughter what Dion did to his son and LeBron. He going to embarrass his damn daughter. I think TD Jakes put him a stunt on some shit like, instead of me being here, getting in trouble, or, you know, whatever, when this Diddy shit go down, I'd rather give it to my daughter so she be the one to get embarrassed. I think that's what he doing, y'all. He trying to get out the way. This is Tyler Perry complex. It looks like a little penis, man. That's what it looked like. Tyler Perry's a pervert, y'all. You see it, right? Pervert. The head is facing down. Tyler Perry complex, it looked like a Soft Johnson. Yeah, perverts, man. So I already know what they do on that property. Yup. I already know he be doing. Yup. Groom the world to accept it. They still argue a question if he's straight or not. Still. To this day. No, he made it acceptable. He groomed spirits and souls. It's a reason for that. Playing in the church. No. Tyler Perry and them were making fools of y'all. They were trolling y'all. That's what it was. They were trolling the people, y'all. They were humiliating black people. That's what they were doing. Everything they did in the movie, they kept showing you movies with fake preachers clowning. They kept showing you movies with people in church dressing up, breakdancing, backspins. They kept trolling your religion, but you still didn't accept nobody else's religion played with like that. But it was on purpose, all right? Because they knew they had false faith. First, we break the faith. Then we break their soul. Then we break them into everything. It's called a what? The new stuff. The new stuff. You get them money to make a reality of them running shit. But the magic trick is they run nothing. I can let my child run all around the house. But when I want to pull rank, I cut their cord quick. That's how they did their ass. Say it again. You let your children run all around the house. But when it's time, you tell them bring their ass in the house. All right? When it's time, you tell your kid go in that damn room. That's right. That's how this shit work. Y'all forgot that they are controlled puppets. They knew you was ass backwards when you thought celebrities control politicians. No, y'all. When I say this whole Beyonce, I really knew they had power over the people because I used to read comments and shit. I used to see how hard people go for her. I used to see it with my own eyes. I would see people fighting in chat rooms, fighting in comment sections. That's how I knew, like, no, this shit is for real. They really got people brainwashed on some cult shit. And now you're going to see that shit don't mean nothing. And her fans are out of here. Anybody looked up to all of them, it's a reason where you at. It was meant to be like that. All right. So now you get it. 2025 is over with. We don't be more diverse in your conversation. Be more diverse in your life. Because you're going to see where all that black stuff get you at. All right. It's nothing but talk. All right. It's talk. Thank you, Miss Sheila. What's up? It's just talk. That's all it is. All right. So when people understand that part, you'll get it clear.
All right, get knowledge, get information. But all that days of rebellion, even though he got Levi's behind him. See, that proved we were stupid too. All right, he's a revolutionary, but he got Levi's behind him. American brand. All right, so I say everything is coded. Let me show y'all how American code works. Like, see, you see that Levi's? When I see Levi's, I still see American flag. That's how I look at stuff. That's why I keep showing you these corporations. When I see any corporation, I see American flag. And why? Anybody know? In the real world, when you go to any corporation outside that business, you're going to see what? American flag. All right? So when I see corporation, I see American flag. There's so much stuff coded in this world y'all didn't know because you were tricked to go against everything. When you was tricked to go against the American flag, you was tricked to go against American business. When you was tricked to go against American flag, you was going against taxes. You going against taxes, you went against your own Social Security. That's why they kept saying, this generation, y'all ain't gonna have shit. You got tricked to go against yourself. Every fucking time. That's what it was, y'all. Y'all generation ain't pay taxes, that means y'all didn't put nothing up for yourself. That means y'all gonna be really, y'all finished. So when they keep talking about extinction, let's count the ways. Well, they say rates are decreasing, okay? They say ain't gonna be no money in the future. I get the hint. It ain't gonna be no pennies. It ain't gonna be no retirement money. Why? There ain't gonna be that many of them around anyway. They been telling you to your face. Then raise everybody to implode. Go against each other physically, mentally, and sexually. Implode. It is only the main people that did it. So I know what this is about. So what I'm telling everybody today, this is my only opinion. My opinion after today is, please just tone a lot of shit down. Just be quiet. If you're not trying to fix your life like Ayana said, just be quiet. Because at this point, we're at the point of no return. All right? You should know that when I say, when you see rich people running, when you see rich people getting embarrassed, when you see rich people that have power, influence, control, I mean, when you see them getting treated less than us, because as of now, I'm going to say it again, all of us are in better standards than Beyonce. That's all of us. All of us are in better standards than Jay-Z. Definitely. We all can show our face. And to tell y'all the honest God truth, Al Sharpton is in better standards than all they ass. Yes, he is. Why? He's cool with somebody important. His ass on TV to this day. He on NBC. See, he been slid off. He got a show on MSNBC that come on like 5, 6 o'clock. Al Sharpton been on TV for a minute, y'all. He been laying low. Yes, he has. You're going to see something. You're going to tell a lot, man. You're going to see, I always knew it was political, y'all, because I was raised off this shit. I knew Al from a boy. When I was little, I used to see Don. I knew this from a child, so I always knew certain shit. Let me show you something. Remember when 47 was in office? Or I say this. Remember at one point, Al Sharpton was acting like he wasn't down with 44 at one point? I don't know if y'all remember that. At one point, Al was acting like he wasn't with, he was like making it like, we need to know some agendas. Then I'm going to show you how slick Al is. At one point, when he acted like he wasn't with but the whole when Trump got in office, that last time, Al was on TV the whole time. So he didn't have to preach and all that. So he had to protest. Certain things he got away from because he was on TV. But when he was on NBC, I knew what time it was. You know what I'm saying? When you know what show channel The Apprentice was on, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of ways I knew connections. So that's why to this day, speed it up. You didn't see Al Sharpton campaigning with nobody. You ain't see him doing none of that. You ain't see Al Sharpton co-sign them. Not for real. You see Al Sharpton at protest events, but you didn't see him at no political events. This is what I was trying to tell y'all. A lot of magic got played. Al Sharpton dealt with nothing political, only when it came to protesting. That's it. When it came time for that White House, he had nothing to do with it. Because Al Sharpton had allegiance already behind the scenes. When Snoop Dogg did the Olympics, I didn't need the election to know what's up. The Olympics is covered by NBC. When Snoop Dogg lit the torch, that was for NBC. I already knew who he was down with. I already know that, man. Some of y'all didn't even know which news is conservative from which news is liberal. Even though you talk all that talk, you don't even know your TV stations.
Don't even know it. NBC straight, it's a lot of stuff. I don't just say NBC, but Fox. But when it comes to Fox is a certain station. You know what I'm saying? I'll put it like this: when it comes to news, Fox versus NBC, Fox versus CNN. That's when the stuff means something. CBS versus NBC. See, a lot of y'all, you won't even know political backing, so you won't even know where the influence coming from. That's why I watch all. I watch all. I watch all. Cause I don't get brainwashed. You ain't gonna make me just watch NBC. No, I'm gonna see what CBS said. I even know TV to the point of channel narratives. I know what channels push what. I know what they're already gonna say, who they're gonna go with. I already know it's gonna be a 4-year campaign of destroying his name. Why? Keep everybody stupid and focus on nothing. Because no matter how much they trash him, shit gonna still get done. No matter how much they laughed at Joe, shit still got done. When I said Joe got his in the end, he played a stupid role. Because everything he said he was gonna do, it got done. They built all the cameras. They built the technology. They built the drones. When you heard about the drones overseas, man, Joe, that happened on his term when they got mastered. His term made 5G standard. Y'all been under the spell so long, you forgot before the pandemic, 5G wasn't standard. 5G is behind the what? One world system. 5G made all networks be all on one. Get it? 5G made it where you can post on Facebook, you can take those pictures, but that same network can take those pictures and send them to the police. And then police take those same pictures off that 5G network and pull up all your fucking pictures. That's 5G. That's right. The whole AI program of verification will not work unless 5G. AI is the program, but 5G is the energy, man. 5G is the power that makes the shit work. So even though a lot of technology was out, certain things didn't work, they couldn't do. Let me tell you let me show you the simple things of 5G y'all take for granted, like simple ass shit. Like how you on your phone, you get a phone call. Meanwhile, you're texting. Meanwhile, you're fucking scrolling on. You get it? That's 5G. Without 5G, there's no such thing as you listening to YouTube while you texting. No, y'all. Things are at another level now. They've been cracking codes and mastering certain things. But you also know they way ahead of us. But see, now things are sped up. But it was Joe that rebuilt. See, when they said infrastructure, it really meant rebuild from within. So everything is being rebuilt within. It's being cleansed. Everything that's in the country from within, it was dirty because it wasn't no cameras. So the cameras represented the new light, the new vision, where everybody that's dirty, they're on the spotlight now. Because America had two worlds, light and dark. And a lot of shit went down in the dark world. But what happened in America, the darkness had took over the light. That's what happened. The darkness took over the light, and that's why changes had to be made. So they had to put them cameras out. Now you're going to see, you make the wrong turn, you're going to get a ticket. You're going to see every little thing you do is calculated step based on money because the world became too dark. People been hiding money, making money illegal. Oh, so much shit happened. So now, one regime set the order. From now on, the order is being executed. That's what I keep telling y'all. The drone technology was mastered in the laboratory. So like I said, Moneybag Joe played the role of a damn dummy and idiot. Everything he was supposed to do got done. I know what happened. I also remember when he went to New York City and gave him $30 million to stop the ghost gun program, to stop the drill program. Yeah, I remember that too. Everything he set out to do got done, period. The thing is, like I said, he never made no false promises neither. When I brought it all up, we spoke about this. When I saw Joe driving a new Hummer, I knew there was nothing wrong with his ass. Because he was the first one to break in an electric Hummer. Electric technology came in his term. See, I can look at everything. I can flip things all ways, y'all. Electric vehicle phenomenon came in under his watch. He was behind that. He was behind the technology crossover. Yeah. And also the start of a lot of y'all ended. The technology crossover meant goodbye. You can't have technology when you got what? Criminals. They also learned that criminals have also learned how to manipulate technology. So this is why a lot of things had to be done. And I didn't mean to leave it on that too long. And like I said, I had to close all this out for those, because people gonna want to know why she doing it. What's the problem? No, y'all. When you pushing pro-black and you promoting everybody else to be pro-black means against this country. Pro-black mean only for black people. Pro-black mean black clan. All right? White clan was for white people. This is called black clan, period. Even though the country is diverse, if you want to be all black, then all black gonna get wiped out. You're gonna get blacked out. Since it's all about y'all, then go over there with it and see how far y'all gonna get with no stars, no nothing. All right. So my point is, the country is diverse, but you were actually taught and grown racism. Most of y'all wasn't learned. You didn't learn that in your house. All right. You were taught racism, but what you don't get is the people that was teaching you racism. They the ones that all down with white people. Colin Kaepernick. Okay, let's bring reality. So y'all do know Colin Kaepernick had a white mom, right? Can we close this chapter now? White mom, y'all. And it's okay. Allegedly, so they say. As far as I know, his mom could be white and his dad could be Taliban. I don't know. But I know what he's not. All right? So like I said, people only in trouble because they kept listening to foreigners. What's foreign? Anything that's not, or anything you didn't learn in your household is foreign. We're going to leave it at that. All right? That's it. On that note, man, we're going to get out of here because they're all boring. But I just wanted to give you an update on tdjakes. He's finished. We're going to be doing the kick back later. I'm going to be chilling out later, man. We're going to chill. I'm going to be on here live. Anybody want to tap in, holler at me later. I'll be on here. All right, so look. You see that? The fake-ass Wakanda shut down. They still didn't get Georgia's bad luck for black people. They didn't get there yet. Meaning, if you in Georgia, just mind your damn business. You still trying to build shit in Georgia. What the hell is wrong with y'all? Told you they dummies. Idiots. The fake black world started by the Klan. When I tell y'all that's a Klan city, do you get it now? You got the proof. It's always been a Klan city. Always been that. You just don't know your history. You believe that fake black world shit. Whole time it was just one freaking highway, guys. One highway in the downtown. Stop it, y'all. Stop that shit, man. The towns in Atlanta, I learned that shit quick. Yup. That's when I learned. I seen the hype for myself. So every day I'm telling y'all come from a long narrative of a lot of lies. Yep. But see, if they would have did more stuff for the people for real, if they would have been more humble for real, if they would have did more stuff like the right way, they wouldn't be in no trouble, y'all. If they would have been starting what I kept saying, y'all, they didn't start no businesses. I kept telling y'all, if you don't start no businesses, they over with your ass. So tdjakes, you just gonna build your little compounds for you to monopolize these people. You ain't building up no corporation that's gonna be on the stock market. See, y'all stuck in the day with y'all cult following. Y'all blacks only y'all get the money and try to control blacks. Okay, you get the money, you open up a black store. You just do black version of white people shit. You don't do nothing original. All right, when the fuck are y'all gonna start a corporation? Never. The day's over with. We ain't gonna do that. See, you're going to always start a black version of something. When you're going to build a corporation that we can invest in? Huh? When are y'all guys going to create a company we can put on the stock market and anybody can get money off of? Why y'all don't got your own Starbucks? Why y'all don't got your own applications? Why y'all don't got your own stores? Why y'all don't got your own nothing, but y'all always taking out money to build y'all own little land and y'all little empires? That's what y'all don't get. Y'all don't get that. Y'all don't get it. Mark Zuckerberg, I see when that company was nothing. It was zero. It became what it is. Every company became something. These guys didn't create no company that became shit. All right. So when I say Fantasyland is over, I'm going to say it like this, clear as day. The days of acting like the white people never gave these black people money to rule over shit, them days over with, all right? We're not playing make-believe no more. They were only who they was because where they got their money from. And we're going to leave it at that. All you're gonna see now is the end of this shit. All they ass gonna be debt slaves, because they ass all gonna be broke. Whether it's now, 2 years, 3 years, within this next decade, they ass all gonna be broke. Just know that. You count how old you are now, and just think about the next 5 to 10 years. You're gonna see it. All right, that's what's gonna happen. They actually done ran out of place to hide. They ain't got nowhere else about the damn country. On that note, y'all stay tuned. Now you're gonna see. It's no coincidence. The same as that weekend, 2 people from Texas doing weird shit. Nobody's still seeing Jay-Z. All right, but you got your proof, y'all. This is all fake. Rolling Stone, music magazine, inside hip-hop's new activist era. Hip-hop's new activist era. I told y'all code word was hip-hop. You didn't know that. Hip-hop meant, yeah, y'all. Hip-hopper meant you know what. Y'all didn't know that. Y'all got mad code words. What's another one of their code words, y'all? Urban. What urban mean? Y'all got a lot of code words. But hip-hop been y'all code word. You just didn't know that. So how the hell was it a new activist era, y'all? What was a new what the hell is that? No, it was the era of activism on the internet. They used to do it in the street, marching, walking. This shit was done on the internet, a bunch of typing and talking. That's it. No protest signs, just big ass posts. They used to hold posters outside, y'all. Now they just make big ass posts. Why? They still in that era, y'all. All they know is this. They stupid, y'all. Straight up, brainwashed. They don't hold posters. Now they just make big ass posts. They don't talk to the government. They talk to the civilians. See how backwards they are? See? When they were talking Black Power marching, they wasn't marching with the people that didn't like them. They didn't keep trying to prove to the Klan. They tried to prove to DC. See, you was told to fight people. You was a dummy. You don't know nothing about law. That's why. Them people know about law. We don't care about the Klan. We're going to DC. We're going to get this shit changed. All right? So my point is, it's all over. And I want y'all to see. Just see how me talking about it, how dry and corny it is. This is the proof it's dead. If I would keep talking about this shit, I would kill my channel. Because everybody that know what I'm saying, it's no need for them to tap in. They know this shit already. All right? When I tell you this was the biggest prank around the world, and when I tell you, all races know, everybody know, that y'all whole shit been fake since 2009. And not only has it been fake, y'all are not the same people y'all used to be before that. All right? So we're going to leave it at that. I say that. My main objective to say this is, a lot of y'all need to just tone down. If you just need to understand, if you don't want to end up like Beyonce, and you don't want to end up like the rest of them, all this shit is outlawed because it was a rebellious movement put together to trick you to be rebellious, just like hip-hop music. Everything that was given to you was to make you opposite of who you are. That's why now you don't know who you are at all. The last thing you had to claim was right here. Now you ain't even got that no more. That was the plan. You didn't comprehend it. Somehow everybody and their mother want to move here, live here. They want to be here so bad they have to sneak in. They don't want to never go back home. For some reason, you hate it here. But only thing, the difference is you documented saying the shit. It's proof that you ain't want to be here and said it, and it just proven. So that's what it is, y'all, all right? And just know that Beyonce lied to y'all, man. Not just Google, Beyonce lied to y'all too. She was never with the hood. She was never really against family. She know family structure. She had a mom and a dad. She seen it clear as day. She know this about. But she had a role to play. Just like after she told y'all to the left, now she's showing you how beautiful her kids are. Huh? No, y'all. They fucking evil and wicked. And their job was to destroy your whole life. And they did it. On that note, they getting theirs now. It's very simple. All right? They been getting it. This was an update for the world. Everything on this episode I already spoke about. So this was an update to bring it all together for 2025 when Diddy trials start. You're going to see how it play out. You got proof. Malibu burnt down. LA burnt down. Huh? JJ Redick, LeBron James coach, admitted it. He was crying. LeBron still didn't admit it. Jay-Z and Beyonce still didn't admit their house burnt down. Tyler Perry playing with black people in the church. Acting, playing around in the church. No, y'all, they're going to get theirs. They're going to get theirs for everything they've done. but their man ain't gonna get it for their ancestors. See, Tyler Perry, you come from a family, you playing around, right? All y'all did. All y'all was raised better than that, wasn't y'all? Y'all gonna pay, man. That's it. Everybody's judged different. I might be judged for my family. My family might have told me certain things. If I go against it, then I might have paid the price. You pay prices by the way you live your life. Only you judge yourself. That's what people don't get neither. You can front all day. But this one, they couldn't front off, y'all, because I'm not asleep. So being that I'm not asleep, I know what happened. They also didn't want you to know God wins. That's the part they didn't want y'all to know. All right? They didn't want you to know that. They didn't know God wins. Or they didn't want you to know that. All right? Yeah, the devil gonna rule. The devil gonna run a lot of shit. God gonna win too. God gonna win a lot. They didn't want you to know that part. So if you would have realized they lost, then you would have known that God won. So then you'll understand why all these bastards in on it, and they want you to know what? That God won. And that's what happened. All right? Because the plan was for you to be free. The plan was for you to see that he ain't no real king. They just mortal men. And without them corporations, they really fucking mortals. If they get turned into debt slaves and they have to get turned broke, why you think when a celebrity go broke, it's always worse than us being broke? Because when they get turned to a debt slave, that's it for them. They dead. And that's what you're going to see. On that note, y'all, for sure. Pardon me, y'all, but I had to close it out. I had to bring it up to date. It's all over. And tomorrow, and it's crazy because this kind of went in what I was ready to talk about. Why they never came together. Now you got the proof. If you got any complaints or anything, you take it to them. Now you got the proof. They had the money to make changes. Tyler Perry, they just want to keep building studios. They didn't want to do nothing, y'all. They didn't want to do nothing, or was it they couldn't do nothing? Which one was it? Was it they couldn't do nothing because all of their ass is owned by corporations? Now you're getting it. These were people that just been out for themselves their whole life, using the black card for leverage, y'all. That's it. Anything that had to be sold, they sold it, you bought it. Anything had to be told, they told it, you believed it. If somebody's telling you lies, you believe it for years. If somebody's selling you shit, you buying it for years. After a while, you become somebody else, y'all. And that's what the fuck happened. It's very simple. We out, y'all. I'm gonna holler at y'all later. I'll be chilling later. Hey, look, I might start before 3. Whatever time I got it set, I might start earlier, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be chilling later. Yeah, I'm gonna be chilling all day. So you can get a membership, tap in. Remember, you pull up. We chilling all day. All right, for the people. We up. So other than that, what's up, Leonard? What's up, Leonard? What's up, LJ? What's up, Denise? What's up, Nikki? Rest in peace, Big L. That's right. Yolanda, what's up? Shout out to everybody that tapped in, that came through the chat. Everybody in the back. Mahalo, y'all. Y'all enjoy y'all weekend. Got more coming. Thank you once again, Renee. Thank you once again. Thank all of y'all. Yes, this is very independent. I also see they doing cuts on PBS too. Yep. You know, I've been talking about PBS. I said, yo, this like it's like hood PBS, you know, low level shit. But I'm like PBS for the simple fact, this channel basically built on education more than entertainment. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said I ain't never gonna be big. You don't make money off education. You ain't gonna make with so much money, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So. But PBS, nobody watch PBS like they used to no more. So they cutting the funds on that too. Because nobody watch PBS. And PBS is based on what? Education. So nobody going to PBS to get educated. They cutting it back, y'all. Because PBS made it off donations and certain things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, government funding. Yeah. On that note, for sure. We out. And like I said, this entertainment and education will have both. You know what I'm saying? People got too stupid because it was just too much entertainment. And people acting like educators. Young Pharaoh, brainwash people, fake. Dr. Umar Johnson, brainwashing people, fake. Damn near every one of them bastards, fake. They all got to run. It's like everybody got a chance to work that brain. Like so many fake characters they come out of nowhere. They work your brain for like a year straight. Each year you becoming somebody else. You becoming somebody else. Watching this bastard every day for
5 years straight, becoming somebody else, y'all. Influence. They were called influence for a reason. By the time them influence is done with your ass, you're going to be influenced by so much shit. That little person called you is gone. When I tell you, they tell you the truth to your face, y'all. They told you these people were influencers. But I always said that means brainwashing. That's what it means. My job is to influence you to think like me, act like me, do what I do as I say, all of that. What's up, Jamila? That's why they would call. That's why I say I never said influence. I'm an influencer. I never call y'all fans, shit like that. Nah, that's part of the cult. That's my opinion, man. I'm out. 1.